employers often demand it before offering on the opportunities?
So there are lots of ways that you can gain experience, right?
Yeah.
You don't really need to like have a job to get experience. For instance, even in the studio there, I know that there are people who are doing internship. You're not necessarily paying them, but they're hanging around in the studio,
Yes,
learning how to control the console. You know, they are probably on internship. Some are being paid, some are not paid.
yes,
But after a while, when they get the appropriate skills that they need, it becomes incumbent on you guys to retain them because they are providing value
yeah,
to your institution.
yeah,
So if, let's say, for instance, you're in ICT, you don't need to wait to get, you can actually build things by yourself. That is actually how you know that you have learned whatever it is that you propose to your learning. You can build software, contribute to open source. And then there are always programs that come around. Like currently, there's a program by the federal government, IDA Startup Bridge. They are currently calling on idea stage founders. Like, you don't really need to have a business. You just need to have an idea. You apply. If you're lucky, they pick you. And then they provide you the tools that you need to actually learn how to build and scale a business. So inexperience just shows that you're not actually moving, like you're static.
yeah.
So if you need to create experience for yourself, build a prototype, be a volunteer. In Port Harcourt, there are like several communities. We have Google Developers Group, Friends of Figma, we have the WordPress community. Those guys, they have events from time to time. So be a volunteer in the community, learn skills, real life skills, not just like what you read in books.
Yeah.
So you learn those skills, you create a portfolio for yourself, create visibility too. You don't just wait for the job to come. Whatever it is your job is about, start doing micro versions of your job by yourself, even for free, you can volunteer. So for instance, there's a particular guy that we train here. How he got a job was that he went on LinkedIn and then he saw one particular company that had raised money. And then he approached the people that were hiring. And then he told them that, okay, I am willing to volunteer for you guys for 2 months. Like, don't pay me. I just want to work for you. Like, I just want the experience. So by the end of 2 months, those guys, because of how good he is, those guys were like, you have to work for us.
Yeah.
So here, you don't have experience, but you need to create your own experience and your own love. That's my take on that.
Interesting, Victor. Now, artificial intelligence is transforming industries around the world now. Do you think Nigerians should see AI as a threat to jobs or an opportunity to create new ones?
So, some people are calling it the AI revolution.
Yeah.
And every revolution always comes with threats and opportunities.
Yes.
History gives us the guide. We can cast our mind back to the industrial revolution that brought the steam engine and electricity.
Yeah.
Lots of jobs were lost, and then lots of jobs were created. That was when mechanization started, and then we started having factories. Just cast your mind back to the world how it was before industrialization came. Like everybody was limited by how much human power could be exerted on a particular job, or task. So it is the same thing with AI. AI is coming to massively increase and leverage how much cognitive solutions you can create in a very short amount of time. So it is not a trade, it is an opportunity. Lots of jobs are going to be lost, and then lots of other jobs are going to be created. It is going to create much more abundance than we had in the past, So it is not just software that AI is transforming jobs. Even in manufacturing, we have something like predictive maintenance. It tells you when you should, apply maintenance to a particular piece of equipment. Then even in agriculture, we have like precision farming. So let's say you do fish farming. There are some IoT components you can install, in your pond to tell you when you should change the water, or it can actually do that by itself. It will sense that maybe the chemical composition of the water is changing, and then once it gets to a particular level, it can just switch on the water to flow in, and then the other one to flow out by itself. So it is actually very, very exciting what is happening. And then even in healthcare, some diagnostics that took doctors lots of times. Like sometimes you can just get the radiography image and then put it in the eye, and then it will just help the people in healthcare to get a better solution within a very short period of time. Even in logistics, it is doing optimization. Then in education, we are applying it in personalized learning, right? Then in finance, we have fraud detection. And there's so much to it. So I see opportunities more than I see threats.
No.
So even when technology replaces tasks, it is not always the entire occupation to replace, to just replace certain tasks within the occupation. So workers who use AI effectively are going to outperform people who don't use AI. So people should not look at the threats. They should look at how can I upskill myself by leveraging AI to be more indispensable. That's what I think.
Yeah, interesting, Victor. Now, let me ask you this. Because of time, we're trying to round up. Now, what policies or incentives do you think the government should introduce to encourage technology companies to create more jobs?
I think that at least.
I said, what policies or incentives do you think the government should introduce to encourage technology companies to create more jobs?
Oh, okay. So, I think it shouldn't just be, the policies should not just affect the ICT. I think it should, affect a whole lot of other sectors.
Okay.
So a good ICT policy should include, number one, reliable electricity. So there's very little that you can do without power, like I mentioned earlier. So there should be policies that are designed around providing companies, across board, not just ICT, reliable electricity. We need industrial parks, we need broadband infrastructure. Thank God the Dr. Wilson is really working on that.
Yes.
And then we need, like local manufacturing incentives. We need R&D funding, right? There should be a fund that just funds people who are doing research and development. And then startup friendly regulation. Currently, we have the Nigerian Startup Act, but lots of states have not localized it. So states should be pushing to localize the Startup Act. And then we need tax incentive, right, for companies creating skilled jobs. That is still inside the Nigerian Startup Act, but the policy itself has not really been rolled out fully like it should. And then we need procurement policies that favor local innovation, but it shouldn't be to the extent that the people just get that and then they are not like striving to, to be globally competitive. They should be globally competitive, but at the same time, some policies should favor local innovation. And then there has to be a stronger partnership between the university, the industry, and the government. That is what we call the triple helix model. So that particular model accelerates, it accelerates growth. If you look at like most of the Asian countries that have really grown their GDP over the past 20 years, people we call the Asian tigers like China, South Korea, Singapore, and the rest of it. There was a very strong collaboration between the government, the industry, and the academia. The government comes in with the policies and the incentives. The academia provides the facilities for research and all, while the industry actually has the real life, knowledge of this is how this thing currently works. And then when they leverage those other two sectors, it becomes easier for them to grow. So countries become technology leaders when innovation policy supports both digital industries and physical production. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, in 60 seconds, Victor, what gives you hope that technology can help transform Nigeria's employment landscape over the next 5 years or 10 years?
Well, that question is like the most exciting question you've asked ever since I came on here. So, yeah, there are lots of reasons I have hope. So
just give us your reasons in 60 seconds. We don't have time anymore.
Okay. So most of the growth is going to come from technology-enabled industrialization.
Okay.
So technology itself is standing on a very solid leg. It just needs a few other things like we have discussed, to be added to it, and then we are going to have explosive growth that will be powered by renewable energy, farms using IoT and precision agriculture, manufacturers adopting automation, hospitals using AI, logistics driven by data, and then software connecting everything together. And then on top of that, we have the human capital. We have a very, very, very young population base. About 60% of the population is under 25. So that is a very, very solid data that shows that the future of the country is just going to be like brighter.
Thank you, Manasseh Victor. Thank you for joining me. I hope we'll have this conversation on a day when we have a better network. I will have a very robust conversation, and I hope you'll be available for that.
Definitely. I had a great time on the program. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. So that's the show for today. Before we run off, we asked you earlier about the meaning of cloud storage. It simply means saving files, documents, pictures, or videos on the internet instead of keeping them on your phone or computer. And we asked you for an example. An example is things like Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, or iCloud. That's the show for this week. We'll be back again next week, Monday. Talk That Talk will come up after the news update at 2.
Talk radio.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South Sound, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I'm Queen Chima. President Bola Tinubu has directed the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, to enroll every Nigerian into the National Identity Database by the end of 2026. Speaking in an interview, NIMC Director General Abishoye Koka Udusote explained that the comprehensive identity system is vital for effective governance, planning, and service delivery. Addressing concerns about multiple registrations, she noted that NIMC's updated biometric verification system uses real-time facial and fingerprint matching to immediately detect, flag, and invalidate duplicate attempts. This mandate follows the signing of the National Identity Management Commission Act 2026, which repealed the 2007 legislation to reinforce the one person, one identity policy. The Federal Ministry of Education has suspended the proposed 82% hike in registration fees for the 2027 WAEC and NECO examinations, which would have increased the cost from 27,500 naira to 50,000 naira. Following widespread public backlash, including criticisms from former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, the ministry withdrew its initial June 18, 2026 directive to allow for wider stakeholder consultations. According to a statement by the ministry spokesperson, Boriowo Folashade, the suspension was directed by the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, to ensure transparent and inclusive policy making. The ministry noted that it will engage in extensive dialogue with examination bodies, state ministries, school administrators, parent associations, and organized labor before making a final decision. It added that the federal government has reassured the public that the fee review will remain on hold until these consultations are concluded, emphasizing its commitment to maintaining equitable access to quality education. Residents of Idare local government area in Ondo State have petitioned the Minister of Works, David Umahi, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to intervene regarding the apparently abandoned Idare Owena Federal Road project. Writing on behalf of the residents, the legal representative of the local government area, Banji Oluseson, highlighted that despite the complete lack of physical progress, the project shockingly remains listed in the federal budget as ongoing. This discrepancy has raised serious alarms over potential mismanagement, corruption, and the diversion of public funds, while locals continue to suffer immense economic losses and safety risks. According to the petition, in order for the issue to be resolved, the community is demanding an immediate freeze on further project funding, an independent investigation into released monies, and the public disclosure of the contracted company. They are also urging authorities to prosecute any fraudulent parties involved and ensure the genuine commencement or proper reward of the contracts to finally bring relief to the area. And on the foreign scene, where a new international coalition known as the Team Gaza Initiative has been launched by the European Commission and 15 partners to deliver nearly $1 billion in essential humanitarian and recovery aid to Gaza. The collaborative efforts, which include a dozen European countries, Japan, and major financial institutions like the World Bank, aims to stabilize and rebuild the heavily damaged region. European Union diplomat Kaja Kallas reiterated the bloc's position as a dependable partner, stating that while global aid is necessary to restore lives and infrastructure, the path to an independent Palestinian state must ultimately be guided and owned by its own people. And that was the news update on Today 95.1 FM. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Queen Chima. Good afternoon.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart. And that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today 95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
Live your truth. Express your love. Share your enthusiasm. Take actions towards your dreams. Talk your talk. And walk your walk.
It was years ago. There's a statute of limitation on this stuff.
Make today worth remembering as we discuss issues as it affects Nigeria moving forward. Talk that talk.
Weekdays, 2 p.m.
Exclusively on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. Voice of the
Well, it depends if you like goat meat. If fish is your specialty, or maybe some people say, oh, chicken pepper soup or fish pepper soup or assorted, then goat meat. Whatever your type is, we'll miss everything here. Don't they say
give it to you?
It's like the yama in not yama, the plenty ingredients in an edikaikong soup. All the periwinkles and the vegetables and fish, prawns, and all of that put together.
Let's see, ngolo, Sam. Can you tell I'm a good cook?
Oh, yes, I can. From all you're mentioning, I can tell that you're a great cook.
All
well,
right.
Good afternoon and welcome to Talk That Talk on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. Don, it's been a while.
It's been too long.
It's been a while.
I missed you.
I missed you too.
Yes. And hopefully you guys will enjoy what we have on ground moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. All right, so let's get into today's show. If you'd like to be part of the show when that time rolls around, as I usually say, here are the numbers. Don't forget, Talk That Talk is always about River State things, personalities, incidents, and all of that. So yes, I'm pretty sure you guys want to be part of the show. Here are the numbers: 0810-9510-951. That's 0810-9510-951. For text messages, WhatsApp messages, and voice notes, 0701-9339-962. That's 0701-9339-962. To be part of the show via social media, YouTube, Today 951 FM, that's YouTube, Today 951 FM. On Facebook, it's Today 95.1 FM. Instagram, X, and Twitch all have the same handle, Today FM 951. The website is www.todayfmlive.com. You can go there and also listen, www.todayfmlive.com. Listen live, that's what you want to find, and you're in. Now, for those of you who have apps, tune in, Radio Garden, those are the apps you can use. Google Google Play Store and off of the Apple Store as well. Download and then, of course, search Today 95.1 FM. You're in. Now, just because Queen and I are together doesn't mean that it's going to be a free-for-all where you get to call and speak for as long as you like. We still keep a kiss, keep it super simple. So, yes, 1 minute and 1 minute is all you get. But where what you're saying makes sense or more sense, intriguing, yes, we'll allow you 30 seconds extra. After that, we'll have to yank you off. So please don't make Queen and I the bad guys. All right. So let's get into today's conversation. And of course, it's about the budget. Here's what's running on Facebook, so you can go there and leave your thoughts and, of course, know what we're talking about. So for months, Rivers State was at the center of one of Nigeria's most closely watched political crises. Disagreements between key political actors affected governance, delayed important government processes, and raised concerns among residents and investors about the state's future. Now, recently, however, the tone appears to be changing. Political tensions seem to have eased, and we've seen signs of cooperation, including statements from the Rivers State House of Assembly expressing readiness to expedite the passage of the state's budget in the interest of, well, Rivers State. Now, questions on the table for all of us to answer, Queen and I to chew on as well. Why does it appear that political actors are now willing to cooperate? Should governance ever become a casualty of political disagreements? And at what point should political actors put citizens ahead of political interests? Now, off the top of my head, I sometimes say, Queen, this thing smells and it's not the fish, because why now? I mean, when they were warring and they were, having the standoff and everything, nobody thought to put Rivers first, even though all parties were saying Rivers first and everything. But what they were doing was making the state stall. Now, all of a sudden, everybody is all hunky-dory. We're all friends and brothers and we're singing Kumbaya. But, the skeptic or the cynic in me wonders, why? Is it a 2027 thing? Is it realizing that River State was tanking, because we're hoping with the budget hopefully being passed, River State will start to get up from her sleep and slumber? So have they come to realize that they were killing River State with whatever they were doing, or there's something afoot? Like Sherlock would say, the game is afoot. What do you think?
I saw on, I think it was X or Facebook, when Friday, it was last week Friday that the governor presented the budget, right?
Last week,
Friday. That was 11th of July. And someone said, oh, finally, we're here. I'm paraphrasing now, but he said, oh, this is what we could have had the whole years.
Okay.
Why did it have to take us this long to get to this point? And I'm sure that after that, people started commenting under his thoughts, saying we expected this sort of synergy between the legislature and the executive.
You know what? I'll be careful with saying synergy. I'll probably say seeming synergy. Because we don't know yet if the swords have actually been sheathed.
That's a good word to add to synergy, seeming synergy. And so we expected this, but the person said exactly synergy though, but let's say seeming synergy. We expected this between the legislature and the executive, because why the back and forth? The person was his comment was a little targeted at the governor, saying, okay, why now? What's happened all these years? But you cannot take away the fact that there is the judiciary, these arms of government exist, and they work together to ensure the people, to ensure what we call democracy, or what some people will say seeming democracy that we practice. So, but that question is really important, right? We had to go all these years long to come to this point. Now, it raises that same important question that you've asked, Dawn. Have the Rivers leaders reached a common understanding that regardless of political differences, governance must continue? And we're not asking who won a political contest.
No.
We're not asking something that may matter we're asking something that may matter even after now to you as a citizen. Has the focus shifted truly from politics to governance? And if so, can this cooperation be sustained? I know that some people had argued that there's been governance, but maybe it's not being on the spate that you expected it to. Expected it to be, but there was governance. The fact that there was what some people will call in the layman language number one man there at some point even when we had the state of emergency, we still had someone as representing the number one person in the state and being there. We had the chaos and issues with the assembly and the governor for some time. Or they came back, they sat. This year, there was, at the beginning of this, I think about 7th of January, there
sporadic
was
sitting.
Absolutely, saying that the impeachment talk and afterwards the intervention and all. But so that big question as to how did we just get here suddenly? Well, some people may not agree that it was a sudden getting here. A lot has happened to bring us to this point. But would you see it as I'm tired. We're tired. We're done.
Full circle.
Yes, we've come to the point where we've exhausted all our options, and then this is the only thing left. Some people will ask, who's surrendering to what and to who? Questions around, like you said, Dawn. Finally, the interest of the people. That's being a tag language.
Oh,
it's like a tagline, like a company tagline. The interest of the people. The interest of the people. Is that what we have finally come to see suddenly happen? Or would you see it as, finally, the people have won? And how long did it take the people to actually win this? How long did it take them? 3 years, 2 years plus? Did the people truly win?
Exactly, because
that's also a question.
I don't
did
think
it truly
the people
win?
have won. They haven't.
So it's a really big question to ask, and you want to look at all the angles and the layers to how we can explore this conversation.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's throw some sand into the engine. Yes. Could it be that they realized River State was going down? Could it be they realized that, they would be the ones to lose? Could it be that they have decided or understand now that governance is for the people? It should be to make our lives comfortable. Or here's the sand bit. Is it a game of money? In some quarters, people will tell you, look, follow the money. Follow the money, because the budget and MTEF, of course, has to do with the blueprint to spend money and projections around spending money and more money and money. So follow the money. Were deals made? This is from certain quarters now. It's not myself and Queen bringing it out. As journalists, we have to mirror society to society. So could it be that, it's now time for money to be shared? Agreements have been made around money. And so the expediting of the MTEF and the hopeful expediting, of course, because we haven't really heard anything about budget, but expediting of passing the budget could be because, there's money. Some people even pointed to, I think it's 40 billion naira that's been earmarked for the state assembly, and it includes constituency money. So therefore, money is to be made, and therefore money shall be made available. And that's why this seeming synergy.
And Dawn, some people would also question the fact that we cannot not all. I mean, everyone cannot be shouting peace, and also talk about the stage of development because of the seeming synergy that we saw play out between the House of Assembly and the governor. The speaker categorically said, we're going to ensure that this passing is as fast as possible for the interest of Rivers people. Those were his exact words. Well, maybe not exact words,
somewhat
but
exact.
Somewhat exact words. And some people say, okay, wow, we cannot hinge on that to say this the priority has been placed. Yes, we have a budget passed, as they have said they're going to do that as soon as possible. But we also want to see the content of that budget play out hopefully, yes, for Rivers people in every sort of cadre that is being placed. Education came
during the presentation of the budget, bill, we could call it a bill now. During that, there was a lot of breakdown. So we had breakdown for health, we had breakdown for
education, youth.
In fact,
women, retirees, pensioners.
Yes,
and
there was
all.
so much. In fact, some priority was given, much more priority was given to some certain sectors than other sectors. I think education, to me, didn't get enough of an allocation, because I think education was like 300 and something, and I think infrastructure or whatever had 500 and something billion. So there's also that. There was actually a breakdown.
So is that a primary indicator that, okay, we have now come to that point where we can smell or say there is seeming peace? Or are there recent developments that you would even like to see that you can boldly say, all right, this points exactly to the fact that political leaders or actors have come to that point of exhaustion, in quotes, right? Exhaustion, because you might call it exhaustion because of what the state went through.
Or it's going through because we stalled. Trash and all of that. No, River State's really stalled. So maybe they've had a come to Jesus moment and decided, oh no, you know what, we're losing. Because a lot of people, I didn't know there were videos praising Alex OT, praising the smart schools he just built and everything. Some were even saying secondary schools, but I think it's primary schools. So maybe they've looked and said, we're lagging behind, though. We are actually carrying Pondo. So maybe we should, there may have been a meeting, and then, let's bring peace.
Don, do you think political actors really think about this?
Really?
I mean, people may ask that question. Do you think they really think about this whole we're lagging behind thing, or there's not much happening in River State as to the decisions that they make? That's an important question to ask.
Let me make a stupid statement. Okay, here's the statement.
I'm trying to hear what
it's very possible that some economists came out and said, look, River State is supposed to be making 500 billion naira or trillion naira. And this your fight and everything. You guys are now not making as much as you should make. And the less you make, the less you share.
Oh.
So that's my stupid statement.
That analysis.
So maybe they've now realized, okay, we're hurting ourselves financially. So if we don't have enough money to share, of course, I'm kidding. But if we don't have enough money to share, then we're losing. So, in order to have the 40 billion that's been earmarked, let's make sure that Let's
come together and make this thing stop. And let's put that tag for the interest of Rivers people. But does that sound convincing to you? We are calling it seeming peace, right? And seeming cooperation. Do you also see it sustained? Because when we talk about these political situations, we're not also just looking at the past or the present. We're looking at the future of the political scene, right? So do you see that sustained? We know that Governor Fubara isn't obviously returning to the brick house because he's not returning and all. But then you look at the political future of the state, you look at this whole issue to the seeming synergy, to maybe seeming cooperation and the sustainability of it leading up to the 2027 elections, and also maybe after the 2027 election. Some have shoved it. I mean, you shoved it under the carpet and said this is no form of cooperation. This is not the sustenance or sustainability that we looked at. Maybe we could have shouted peace or shouted cooperation or shouted sustainability if we saw all of this happening. Yet there was a measurable or sizable development going on in the state. We did not see the budget stall for like 6 months that he did. We did not see the issues between the legislature and the executive, or even why that happened. There was just something happening. Some people call and say nothing is happening in River State, nothing is happening, or much more is happening. So do you think that this can be sustained or is sustained, or do you also call this cooperation? I mean, I'm just forced to ask, and we're forced to ask a number of questions as to what would you even envisage as a River State that you want to see politically moving forward right here? What would you like to see as to? I'm proud of what's happening in River State politically.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is where you come in. Well, we're asking questions, Sherlock Holmes type questions. The budget was delivered, yes, hooray, and all of that. But after that dust has settled, the brain now picks up, and the brain is asking, why though? Why now? Especially when we all know that this administration there's no time anymore. They have a few months left in office. So why now? What's changed? Many times, even what they call them now, social scientists will tell you that politicians rarely make moves in a vacuum. Was a meeting held? Did principles suddenly change overnight? Mounting pressure from somewhere? Did somebody do some kind of political arithmetic? All right, let's have your say. Here are the numbers: 0810-9510-951. That's 0810-9510-951 for text messages, WhatsApp messages, and voice notes. 0701-9339-962. That's 0701-9339-962. But all right, we have a call. I was about to put Queen on the hot seat. Queen, before I put you on the hot seat, let's take this call.
Welcome to Talk That Talk.
Well done. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, Elijah, I'm calling from Abua.
All right, go ahead.
To me, when a masquerade has come in public and unveiled his face, it doesn't have value again. What they are doing now, the assembly particularly, to me and to society, I know we are not seeing it as one effective assembly. As the assembly for a long time, they have shown what they are after. That they are after their master, to do the peace of the master. In River State, all the local government, there was a speedy development. Things were going on until all the crisis started. And we don't even know the aim of the crisis. We don't even know what they are fighting for. Oh, this budget. Today, budget has been approved happily. The truth remains, the money is to be shared. That is why there is peace in River State. So thank you, man.
All right, thank you very much. He does say that's why there's peace in River State. Well, thank goodness for the peace. Now, here's the thing, Queen, I wanted to put you on the hot seat. So, from your perspective as a Rivers person, your perspective as an interested party, because whatever happens to River State, well, it would affect. Do you think this is a reconciliation, or do you see it as repositioning?
Am I your guest?
No, you're not. You know I'm saying that. You know I'm asking this question because I'm looking at Iran and the US. They'll say, "Oh, we've settled today," and tomorrow they're shooting themselves and firing themselves and all of that. So, do you think this is an Iraq-Iran type thing, or it's going to be smooth sailing?
I mean, that Friday, everything that happened on Friday, and looking at body languages, right? Even words said, felt like, okay, we're finally here. We've had, like, it sounded like we've had our times that we've exhausted everything, and it's either one person is saying, all right, it's fine, let's do it this way, or the other person is saying, no, River State has to be put first, as they have always said, or it's just it could be a situation where we could also see something looming. I mean, it's been a case of you're folding your hands, you're taking a breath of fresh air, and then suddenly something just erupts from wherever, and there's something tied to it. So maybe until, I think the assembly said they are sitting on the 20th or so of this month, and we see what they do with this, and see what happens afterwards. We can begin to judge, right, and ask a lot more other questions, because governance, some people may argue that governance should not be a casualty of political disagreements. However, when this political disagreement is not obviously had by the people who are in the seat of governance or in the seat of government, then how can it happen? Because people will tell you that they cannot entirely agree to the fact that we practice democracy, where the interest of people, specific people's high as compared to whatever should play out for the people. So it's not a people thing or people-centric government as it's written out straight or plainly. It seems to be just my personal interest or whatever I stand to gain or not. So we'll just really watch out and watch what happens in the coming days, if this is really cooperation and if it would be sustained. We could just make our speculations and ask all the questions that we have been asking to the listener. Do you think it would be sustained, or and this is real cooperation, or there's something looming that we're not even aware of?
All right, to the listener, let's take this call. But listeners, I have a question for you, but let's take this call first. 95.1, welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Lady Queen and Don Wasted. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Reginald, I talk to you.
Welcome to the show.
For me, I think between now and 2027 elections, when Governor Cobra will hand over, I think there will be no issue again. For me, there will be no issue again because what we are seeing now is both Governor Cobra, House of Assembly members, and their masters. What they are doing now is to please each other. You know that the assembly guys, majority of them is going back to second tenure. Some are even moving to the higher position in politics. While Governor Cobra on his own, what he is seeking now is to complete his 4-year tenure without impeachment. So if that bill has been said, we are not going to impeach you, you will complete your tenure. Why we That is why I don't see anything. That is why I don't see anything like issue coming up. But as of the budget bill for the people of the state, no, the answer is no. Because this budget is basically for 2027 election, which the assembly guys are the ones to benefit more. Otherwise, I would have expected that if this budget was meant to be for Rivers people, I would have expected that 4 commissioners that would have derived this budget would have been appointed before the presentation of this budget. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for calling. 95.1, welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, turn down the volume on your radio. All right, I had to let you go. Please, whenever you call in, please, first things first, turn down the volume on your radio unless you want to wreak havoc on my ears and Queen's ears as well. Now, while we wait for more calls at 0810-951-0951, 0810-951-0951, I have a question for you listening out there. I'll probably answer. Queen will probably answer, but yes, in the interest of River State, putting River State first and expediency and all of that, the MTF was passed, and we hear that they're sitting on the 20th. On the 20th.
20th of this month.
Do you see the appropriation bill, which is the budget, do you see it passing through with flying colors, or is that where the drama will, kick off?
End or begin?
Let's take this call.
Welcome.
95.1. Welcome to the show.
FM.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
All right. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Mesty Inigo.
All right, go on,
please. Go on.
So this budget of a thing that the House of Assembly want to pass into law. I think if they want to read the sincere to themselves, I think they should have made the commissioner the more of the commissioner, because we are lacking more of commissioner in those some agencies, some Prasata in River State. We don't have more commissioner, and they want to pass budget into law. How are they going to pass it? How many commissioners that the governor recommend to them? How many did they screen? How many did they recommend to the governor? So I think all these things, they are just playing smart on upon Rivers to fix and all the budget that they want to pass into law. I think let them do this their time. Let them do whatever they want to do.
All right.
This is their time.
All right, thank you for calling. And Queen, he does raise a very valid point. I think Reginald also raised that point. You know, the commissioners are actually supposed to head the various ministries. I don't know about them running departments and agencies, but yes, commissioners. And where we do not have commissioners, then how can we feel the impact of governance? Or is it left to the permanent secretary?
The permanent secretaries.
Well, we don't see the permanent secretaries really doing much.
We don't even know how much we hear from them. in the news or anywhere. I don't know how
So
much
the
we hear from
passing
them.
of, if the budget is to be passed, then who's going to spend the money?
If the permanent secretaries are not taking charge of that, maybe it's possible that in the coming days we could also see that happen. Wondering
6 months or 3 months commissioners.
I mean, this is what we have seen play out in
See where
Rivers State,
we
the
are.
kind of governance we've seen play out in Rivers State the past 3 years. And for everything that has happened, we obviously know that it's being a shift from normalcy. And by normalcy, you want to even term it constitutionally what's expected of a state government. We've seen it shift from that angle to what we now see. It's like, okay, whatever we see, we take.
Wow. 95.1, welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling
from? This is Dixon calling from Uniport.
Welcome, Dixon. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, when you talk concerning the budget of Rivers State, I need to pass smoothly because if you look at the budget now, their family have up to 120 billion for them to use for 2027.
No, sorry, hold on, Dixon.
So
hold on, Dixon. I think it's 40 billion. 40
billion.
Yeah.
40 is it 40 or 120?
It's I think it's Elon Hub. They put out 40.
Okay, because now they will have money to run their 2027 election, so they will pass it to speed. There will be no more issues. They will just pass it to collect their own, and after that, they begin to fight the government after collecting their own. But for the budget, there will be no issue of passing it. So let's just sort out and see what the assembly will just start taking their own, so that they will use it to do better things for their citizens or use it to run 2027 election. We are watching at them.
All right. Thank you, Dixon. But okay, fine. The budget, we hope, will be passed. The budget of resilience, growth, and development. I think that's what he called it. It will be passed. Well, hopefully, I don't know if it's going to just run till December or it's going to run into the 6 months of 2027. But that constituency money, they say they allocated 40 billion, according to Elon Hub, of course. They say they are 40 billion. Would we be able to get constituency projects in so short a time? Or like some of the callers are alluding, it might be a share the money type thing. 95.1, welcome to the show.
Talk that talk.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, presenter.
We can hear you.
We can
Go
hear
ahead.
you. Welcome to Talk That Talk.
Yes, my name is Herbert, and I'm calling you from Okika.
All right.
Welcome, Herbert.
I watch with keen interest the peace that reigned in the House of Assembly. I also saw the leader of the House very excited, smiling, very happy because of the cash out they want to cash out allegedly. Because the election is fast approaching and they need money and they have not touched such money for a very long time. All the money they are supposed to give to them, they have gathered it in one basket now. Everybody can carry a tomato basket, it's all right. So the excitement is high, the expectation is high, but after this, what next? We are watching out by the grace of God. I remain Herbert. Okika. Bye-bye.
All right,
So
thank you, Herbert, for calling
Herbert,
in.
this is what you could term as cooperation, the excitement because of the budget, and it's seemingly cooperation or cooperation. But another question would be, okay, maybe if there's cooperation, there could be sustainability then, at least sustain to the end of this administration.
Well, then that's this year now, because I think elections are sometime in early the first February or so.
First 2 months.
Yeah. So
February.
I don't know about sustainability. Let's watch the coming days and what project, if at all the bill gets passed into law and it becomes the actual budget. Let's see what they use said funds to do. And that's another thing. We're talking about accountability and people having access to the budget. This information now being out there in the public, if they do nothing for the constituencies, as in no roads or schools or whatever being built or being refurbished, then we would have first-hand witness that, well, they took the money and, well, ran, so to speak. Because some of them are actually going on to federal, well, they're contesting federal seats. So, yeah.
You know, sometimes there's usually that buzz before elections and the excitement purged into the eyes of the people before elections proper. Or see what we're doing now. The money's available and maybe they just sometimes throw peanuts around.
A floating toilet.
And welcome to Talk That Talk.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Sela West. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I hope they remember the other three legislators from Opopo, Koro, Boni, and Ahuda West or Ahuda East.
All right.
Those three Senate House of Assembly that's in governor's camp. Hope they include them on this because they are still members of House of Assembly. They should not share those largesse without those guys. So, because that goes, the three of them make up the House of Assembly, legitimate House of Assembly of River State. So if they share, quote and unquote, they should remember those three guys. So that's my take.
All right. Very interesting take. I think we'll have to fact check if I think it's Victor Okojumbo, Edison Ehie, and one other person I forget if they are still what they call that thing now, state assembly members, because I do know that I think they should be because Victor, one of the funny budgets that caused the ruckus was actually presented to the three that were left as state assembly members. But we'll fact check that and see if they are actually still members, so that we put out the right information there. If they are still members, well, it still will beg the question: what would they also do with the constituency project money that would be given to them? Would we see them do stuff for their constituencies in the coming days or not? Anyway, the question on the table: we're looking at the passing of the budget and all of that, and we are wondering, well, or rather, the submission of the budget, it hasn't been passed, and we are looking at matters arising around this issue. Question on the table on Facebook. I think we'll soon be checking Facebook to see if there are any comments there. But
we have messages on WhatsApp and text messages.
All right. Let's go with those.
Greetings to you, Queen of the Airwaves, Dawn. The belated budget presentation by Governor Fubara to the state legislature is one of the ripple effects of unhealthy ambitions of the political elites in Nigeria, which eventually cause untold sufferings to the people. Yet the suffering masses are still the ones pouring eulogies on the mean-spirited oppressors. What we get is what we rightly deserve from the leadership Friday Olu Unipod. So are you saying, he's talking about everything that's turned out, and we're asking if this is cooperation finally, and did they now realize that Rivers people should come first as they have been saying all this months and years. Hi ladies, the seeming romance, I like the word seeming romance between the governor and the lawmakers is just for pecuniary reasons. Which is the budget. Both parties are trying to maintain table manners to ensure smooth passage of the budget so that there will be something to share. Once the budget is passed and the lawmakers collect their 40 billion, then battle will resume. For now, they are cooperating because of common interests, Mr. Lucky. All right, Mr. Lucky. The legislature, he says in brackets, have not realized any.
0701-9339-962. That's 0701-9339-962. We're looking at the budget and we're looking at all that's happened. Why does it appear that political actors are now willing to cooperate? Should governance ever become a casualty of political disagreement? At what point should political actors put citizens ahead of political interest? Now, that third question that we have on the table for you to answer is one that we should all really focus on. At what point should political actors put citizens ahead of political interest? It should be always. But here's the thing: that's an ideal situation. In the River State context, did they put citizens ahead of their interests? Then no, but maybe just maybe they've gotten it right now, and then no, but maybe just maybe they've gotten it right now and have decided to put us first and put their political interests last. Now be the time for you to call in. I did say that, many times people say in politics, timing is rarely accidental. After months of deadlock, cooperation has suddenly emerged. Now, the question shouldn't only be why now. The question should be, who benefits from this timing? Is it the River State folks that will benefit? That is River State herself? Or is it politicians? And politicians who, I might add, are preparing for the next political chapter.
Because you may see the budget as a test, right? The Assembly's commitment to expedite
to the people.
Yes, maybe tangible example.
All right, we have a call. 95.1. Welcome to the
Today
show.
FM. Talk that talk.
Afternoon to you girls. My name remains Steven.
All right, go
Welcome.
ahead.
I think that question that you're asking, is, the calendar we are in now. We are in politics era. So this money that they want to give to them for constituency project, now they want to use it to cash out. And it's not even the interest of the masses that they are looking at, the public. It's not interest of anybody. They are looking at their own interest because for now,
hello,
they are not be receiving money from their from the constituency project anymore. So since this money that are parked into the House of Assembly, they want to receive it and use it for politics. That's their main aim.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for calling. So basically, Rivers folks, I did ask you, do you see the budget being passed when the State Assembly finally sits? Now, let's add this to that question. Should we be celebrating? At least the budget, there's some traction in Rivers politics and hopefully Rivers development.
And are you saying this is not a sudden realization that Rivers should come first? I mean, don't you think that it's what it is? Welcome.
95.1. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling
Great
from?
ladies over there. God bless you.
Welcome.
God bless you too.
Welcome.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chief Stanley. I'm calling you from Rumolomini.
All right,
go on,
ahead.
please. Welcome.
Yes, please. This is an old story and it's very funny. That budget you are seeing there is an arrangement to benefit the feudal system. Those that are prepared to share the money for the elections that are coming in 2027 and nothing more. It's painful. The truth is bitter, but it must be told. If I tell you that that budget is to benefit the ordinary Rivers citizens, those that are doing business in Rivers State, those that are carrying out their various activities, economic businesses in Rivers State, my sisters, is a mere fallacy. They are there to carry out the instructions of Mr. FCT Minister and to make sure that the 2027 election is smooth for them by sharing that money and nothing more. Thank you very much.
All right, thank
so
you
you
for
don't
calling.
think he doesn't think it's sudden cooperation?
Yeah.
All right,
95.1. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Talk That Talk.
Good morning. Good evening.
Good. All joy.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Go ahead.
It's Michael Chima. Yeah. There is nothing to celebrate. They are the ones that will celebrate. The River State populace are left. I mean, they are left with nothing. You know, they will just share the money. Even not only the ones that are allocated to them, they even did hand into the project money, the one that should be used to complete the ring road and other projects have been abandoned because of the fight of interest that have been going on since 3 years and now. So the Rivers has nothing left for them. They will just wait and see them family, the son and the father and the other siblings, you know, sharing, eating alone.
All right.
So that is it. There is nothing to celebrate. It's just a graveyard tea.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Use the word graveyard.
95.1. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Gift calling you from Yenagua.
All right, go ahead.
Gift, welcome. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you. Ladies, you guys are doing very well. The questions are germane questions. If I can answer you. Number one, the rivers people, the ordinary citizens that will benefit from it. Why am I saying this? Do you know that very budget was not passed by the legislative House of Assembly was declared null and void? Meaning it was a criminal budget that Ukutumbo together with everybody passed. And people were clapping hands. And today the legitimate house is passing budget or receiving interest about to pass the budget. And we are sounding like this. Who are the civil servants? Are the civil servants those big boys that people are thinking about? No. The market woman that is waiting for that civil servant at the end of the month, going home with that is pay, is expecting him or her to come and buy okra or pepper. So at the end of the day, it will trickle down. But if we refuse to pass this budget and everybody decided to stay put in their very place, I am telling you at the end of the day, it is the ordinary people that we are claiming that will not benefit, greatest beneficiary that will suffer.
All right.
And that was what that we did this period. So most times we don't think broadly. We just calculate, okay, how much is the executive taking? To calculate the one of the legislative arm and the judiciary, it is not up to even the, I don't know, what do they call this, a security vote that governors are getting.
All right.
The money that they are using for the state house, the brick house. So I don't know how much is the money that was budgeted for the assembly.
All right. Thank you for calling. 95.1. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies in the studio.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Johnson McKenna. I'm calling from Asrama.
All right. Go ahead.
And I'm down in the local government area. I want to ask the follow callers who we are saying that the budget will only benefit the executive. That if this ring road is completed, will it be that it is only the executive that will be running on top, or the House of Assembly members that will be running on top, or the wicked boys alone that will be running on top of the roads? I feel that if this ring road is completed, or other projects in River State are said to be completed before the tenure of the governor on seat, I think it is a great move that the River people will benefit a little or great from it. So to say or to conclude that this budget is merely for the interest of the assembly or the wicked boys, I do not buy that concept.
Oh, okay, hold on. I want to ask you a question before you run off. How, with just a few months left, how do you see the Rivers people benefiting from, well, this budget?
Now, the few months that is left is barely a year of what we are talking about. What we are calling few months is barely a year. The present governor will be leaving by May 29 next year. And we are calling complete 1 year a few months. What I am letting you people to know that within a year, a governor or a government that is serious will be able to impact. Now, how many parts of the road is remaining? Or the project that is doing, how many are the ones? Most of the projects are up to 60%. If you go to River, if you follow him in his movement, in his positions of this project, you will notice that half of the project is almost 60-70%. So within a year, you should be able to round up this project. And the River people benefit from it.
All right.
It is a bad concept to build in mind that this benefit only goes to Wike boys, even though I am not of the Wike's interest.
All right. Thank you for calling. Yeah. But 11 months does not a year make. It's still months.
I think people have just been highlighting the part that they get to benefit, not necessarily that the budget. I mean, no one's saying nobody can just pack a state's yearly budget. Everything is stated clearly what's going for what and what's going for that. Yeah. So it's just the fact that there's something there earmarked. Also for the House of Assembly, and that could be, maybe most of them are saying maybe that's the sign of cooperation that we are seeing.
All right.
Let's take some text messages. We'll go back to calls. Good afternoon, dear presenters. The people are far from winning. If only the people of Rivers know how much of Rivers' resources the governor has compromised or let go to those that have held him politically hostage. Rivers people will weep for the state and the people of the state. The present seeming tranquility in the state is nothing to celebrate. It's simply peace of the graveyard. Peace occurred at the detriment of River State. I therefore have no commendation whatsoever for any of the political actors. It's all broad daylight robbery from Don Dafa. I hope I pronounced that name correctly. Someone said, this is what the governor should have done long ago. Our courts told him that. Ruling the state without a budget was called tyranny and dictatorship by our courts. Also, the legitimate members of the assembly are known and stated in the constitution. You don't just stay absent from legislative proceedings and resume anytime you like. You lose your seat. Section 109, subsection 1F of the constitution is clear flat earth from Port Harcourt.
Okay. Any more messages?
Nope.
All right, here's the thing, Flat Earth, so that we're all on the same page. Ibas passed a certain budget, and when the governor came back from his suspension, he kept running with that. Now, fast forward to 2026, he would have run afoul of the law had it been, because I think it was to last from that time till June, I believe, of this year. So he would have run afoul of the law had it not been for this new development of submitting the budget. So I think he was still constitutionally correct because some budgets had been passed before him. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. I missed that one by a hair's breadth. Please do call back 0810-9510-951, 0810-9510-951. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is OG and I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
All right.
I think God has created us and has put conscience in each of us. And we know that we can never deceive ourselves, whether we like it or not. In as much as we know that the budget has been passed, and some persons are calling and saying, oh, it's going to benefit the whole River State. Oh, if we say you will not benefit River State, how about the ring road? Is it only the executive that enjoy that? I want to ask a question. When anything called food is called food, and we have what we call, a soft thing that somebody can eat before a preparation for food, we know that food is food. What I'm saying in essence is, the benefit of River State can never be equated. We know that. We have in education. How about the schools? In less than 1 year, see, if you like, deceive us, some people speak the English on the radio. We know that these budgets have been amassed and will be used for election, whether you like it or not. That is just it. So if you like, you call on radio, you want to deceive people like us, we cannot be deceived. That is just all. Thank you very much and God bless you.
All right, thank you for calling. Let's go back to the numbers. 95.1, welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Who am I on to?
It's Dawn and Queen, or Queen and Dawn. Anyhow you want to slice it. We're back together. Yes.
My sister, I have a allegation about River State individual. Do you know that when the administrator came, they said they have a budget they have passed from Abuja, and that one finished because they were forcing sin into a lot of things, innocent sin for that matter. Now, if they had passed this one, will they show us anything? Will there be an exhibition say, see what they are using this thing for? They will not show them. That is why the other day people protesting under change law. You have not paid them salary. They are calling, change law is calling them ghost workers.
All right. So, Obina, here's the thing. Yes. Remember that Ibas passed I think I said it. Maybe you just tuned in now. Ibas did pass a budget, which I think Sim came back from suspension and was running with, and would have run afoul of the law after June of this year. So I think that's what's led to this happening. Then you said another thing I wanted to clarify on, but for the budget, yes, that's what's happened. Okay,
actually, we have to run out.
All right.
Almost
behind. He even mentioned that the money they left was still there, and he mentioned, I don't know how much he mentioned, that it's still there in River State account. They should stop deceiving River State. Somebody's using remote.
All right then.
You know
All
when
right.
you use
All
remote,
right.
you press that.
Thank you. We'll wrap up with this.
All right. All right.
This
Thank you for calling.
We'll wrap up with this message. Lady D and Brilliant Queen, I think the question, why now, is a rhetorical question because the answer is for obvious reasons known to many. I want to say that there is nothing poetic about the state budget and what we should actually demand for as the people is to have its content in public domain. That's for me better than unused credit. Michael, Chima, Queen and Don, these House of Assembly members are there for themselves. The Rivers people should forget attaching home of development to it is for their chopping. This is graveyard peace.
He still said graveyard peace.
Yeah, graveyard peace.
Well, peace is peace. You know, graveyard or not, it's peace.
You know, Don, after 2026, there are some words that I think should become usual words for Rivers people.
Graveyard peace.
Peace, graveyard peace, interest of Rivers people.
Oh yeah, Rivers first.
Godfatherism.
That was also another one.
Rivers first. I mean, there's quite a number of those phrases. I'm Queen Chima. Thank you so much for tuning in to Talk That Talk.
And I'm Don Wilson, and you will have more of this come same time tomorrow. Up next is News in 60, and the sports guy is coming to tell us what did somebody die? Okay. I hope not, because when you guys are looking so somber.
Are you guys cold? Are you cold?
Okay, you're good.
You can't be cold.
Of your Wallace, are you cold?
Or are you feeling bad?
Being cold.
All right, because we're looking at England and Argentina very soon, right?
Yeah. Back in 1986.
Wow.
All right.
We can't wait.
Welcome.
All right. Enjoy what's coming up next.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Today's news in 60. Nigeria's crude oil and condensate production has soared to an average of 1,735,398 barrels per day in the month of June 2026, representing positive growth for our fourth consecutive month. Nigerian equities has witnessed a major resurgence as increased demand across key sectors lifted the market to a net capital gain of 9.34 trillion naira. Nigeria's food service industry has reached an estimated $11.09 billion in 2025, powered by real-time digital payment infrastructure. The federal government has called on West African countries to create stronger partnerships with the private sector to tackle the region's huge infrastructure shortage, saying governments no longer have enough money to meet growing development needs on their own. On the foreign scene, South Africa has announced plans to increase its strategic petroleum reserves to about 36 million barrels, marking its first major expansion of emergency oil stockpiles since the apartheid era, as the country seeks to protect its economy from future global fuel supply disruptions. Today's news in 60. In 60.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
95.1 FM. Voice of the people.
And we're back.
This is what we've waited for. The showdown. The fastest men in the world.
Hearts racing.
One light, two lights. They're backing off and backing.
Pulse rising.
Who will come out on top? Who'll take 3 lights, 4 lights. He's ready to be the star.
The anticipation.
Powerful, strong. Time, Tyson get right. Hold all the way.
The heart stops. Catch the sports game on Sports Attack Mondays through Fridays 6:30 a.m. and today's Sport Live 3 to 4 p.m. and also on the weekends 1 to 6 p.m. only on your premium sports radio. Today 95.1 FM.
My name is Gianni Infantino, FIFA president. For the best of sports, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Hello, my name is Kanu Wanko, aka Papilo. For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
Another exciting and amazing edition of today's Sports Live right here on your premium news, talk and sports radio station, Today 95.1 FM. Yes, we are the voice of the people, and as usual, we give you a voice when it has to do with the world of sports. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it was an eventful weekend in the world of sports. We saw the Wimbledon come to an end with Yannick Sinner registering his name as one of the winners of this season's Grand Slams. Yes, it's been 3 different men. We had Carlos Alcaraz for the Australian Open. We've got Alexander Zverev for Roland Garros. That's the French Open. And here we have Yannick Sinner for Wimbledon. Just one more is left. That's the US Open. Can any of these guys come up making it a double, or would it be Novak Djokovic chasing that 25th Grand Slam that seems to elude him?
Yannick Sinner clinching that one back to back.
He's now your boy.
Yes, it's my boy, it's my brother.
Have you forgotten that you told me right here that you are a fan of Carlos Alcaraz?
Me, Carlos Alcaraz.
Don't let me open a can
Me, Carlos
of
Alcaraz. I mean, please do not. I could see you for this. I could see you for this. Please do not ally me with that Spanish boy.
Okay. When it's time, I'll remind you.
You forgot that I'm Italian. My wife is Italian.
Okay. All right.
So we had Yannick Sinner do it back-to-back. Football is already hitting up with the World Cup, as well as transfers going on too.
Yeah.
Andre Santos to Manchester United.
And I'm hearing Yuri Tillemans also.
Yeah, Yuri Tillemans too as well.
I don't know
too.
what Manchester United is cooking
Digne.
at this point, but whatever they are cooking will not get done. It will get cooked.
It will shock you. With Michael Carrick and what they are doing, I believe they could be setting up to compete for the title next season.
I hope you didn't say win the English Premier League.
I say compete.
Because Arsenal are not done.
I said compete. Don't worry. See, Michael Carrick is still the same player that still beat Arteta. He will still beat Arteta.
You can beat Arteta and lose the trophy.
Yeah, now we'll see. Next season is not far. It's not August.
It's not far away. It's not
just
far. Close by.
Just close by. We'll see. We'll start. Don't worry.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's already heating up right here. If you followed us over the weekend, you would understand that on Saturday it was war right here in the studio when we had that little discussion between, or that divide between Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. We had to go off air to exchange one or two punches, then return back to continue with the show. That wasn't actually what happened right here, but it was really heated right here in the studio. So we'll definitely be bringing you topics to talk about as hot as it was over the weekend. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember you can be part of the conversation at any point in time. The SMS and the WhatsApp portal is currently open, so you can drop your reactions even from now as we are talking. You can do that. The numbers to drop your reactions to for the SMS and the WhatsApp portal is 0701 933 9962. So again, it is 0701 933 9962. For the phone line, you can call in later on the show as we go on. I'll throw open the phone line to take your reactions. For the phone line, it is 0810 951 0951. Again, I'll call that. It is 0810 951 0951. So you can take it down and call when we throw open the phone line later on the show. Remember, you can also join us via our social media handles to see exactly what's going on right here on YouTube. We're live right now at Today951FM, at Today951FM on Facebook. You can catch us at Today95.1fm. By the way, there is a promotional post for you right there on Facebook to react to. We hear that FIFA, via its president, Gianni Infantino, thinking of expanding the World Cup to 64 nations by the 2030 edition, and we are happy because anyhow it be, Super Eagles of Nigeria must qualify. You can't give 64 slots and Super Eagles will not pick one. If it happens, then we know our village people are right there for this particular one. We have that one there, so you can react to it. We're asking what your thoughts are from that particular end. So we also have two Nigerians who made moves over the weekend, or maybe would I say almost completed their moves over the weekend. We had Akko Adams moving from Sevilla to Venezia right there in the Italian Serie A, and we're asking what you think of all these moves. Do you think it's going up, or do you think it's a downgrade for this young man? We also have Stanley Nwabali returning back to Chippa United, the place he left 5 months ago. He left Chippa United, terminated his contract, but now it seems that marriage was made in heaven. They must go back to each other again. That's exactly how it is there for Stanley Nwabali. So we're looking at it. Do you think that move could bring him back into the Super Eagles of Nigeria and make him the number one man in between the sticks for the Super Eagles of Nigeria? So you can react to it, and we'll take your reactions as we go on the show. You can also find us on Instagram. We are Today FM 951. The same for X, the same for Twitch. You can listen to us via our website, which is www.todayfmlive.com. Go over to the homepage or the menu list and click the listen live button, and you can join us as we are right here on the show. You can also connect with us via the radio apps, TuneIn, as well as Radio Garden. Search for Today 95.1 FM, and you will be here with us as we go on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot to talk about already, so no time to waste. Sit back, relax, and let's get the show on the road.
Infantino, FIFA president, for the best of sports, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
All right, so welcome as we get started. We start this time from the world of tennis as it was back-to-back Wimbledon titles for Yannick Sinner. The Italian defended his Wimbledon title he won last season, this time defeating number 2 seed Alexander Zverev in a 4-set thriller. Yannick Sinner defeated Zverev 6-7, 7-6, 6-3, 6-4 to win his second Wimbledon title. And what a way to end the championship for 2026. He becomes just the 10th man in the Open era to retain the Wimbledon men's single title. He is back. That is Yannick Sinner. From the female side of things, we had Czech young star Linda Noskova recover from missing 5 championship points to beat her friend Karolina Mukova 6-2, 5-7, 6-3 and win an extraordinary and dramatic Wimbledon title. Noskova looked on course for a routine victory when she led 6-2, 5-2, but crumbled with the finishing line in sight as 10th seed Mukova won 5 games in a row to force a decider. And for Linda Noskova, she had a beautiful reaction after that particular encounter with Karolina Mukova. And here is Linda Noskova on Today's Sports Live.
No, it hasn't. I feel like it has been only a couple of minutes since I walked off court, but it's definitely something that I'm gonna remember forever, but it will definitely take me a few days to realize it. In the second set, it was very tough for me. My hand kind of froze at certain moments. My feet were not as quick as they have been before, but I would focus on the positives. On the last match point, I feel like I didn't even realize that I had a match point. I was just, I kept going, and that's what really won it for me, that I just didn't exactly put it into my head. It just, kind of relaxed me. It kind of got off of me, just the stress, the non-stop thinking about if I'm gonna win this.
Yeah, Linda Noskova, you can go ahead thinking about the stress, but right now you have the time to relax. What a feeling it is at this point. Her very first Grand Slam, and that is Wimbledon right there on grass court. And for Yannick Sinner, a beautiful way to announce yourself. We thought that this season would just go becoming maybe one of the worst seasons for Yannick Sinner, but he's been able to get that Grand Slam. Maybe he could meet up or match up with what he has done other seasons where he gets to win 2 and Carlos Alcaraz will win the other 2. That is if he goes far on to win the US Open, but a lot to fight for right now. But what do you take or what do you make of this Ovie Wallace? Yannick Sinner, beautiful finish, letting Alexander Zverev know that, see, I just had a bad day in Roland Garros. That's the reason why you won it. In fact, Roland Garros would have served Yannick Sinner on the plate, completing the Grand Slams. Yes, the man winning all Grand Slams available, but that one is what is eluding him right now. I think what his focus will be on is winning Roland Garros and maybe winning an Olympic gold to just complete Grand Slams, or call that the Golden Slams in a very, very short time, as young as he is. But how do you see this man going? Do you see prospects of Yannick Sinner equaling what the likes of Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal and Novak Djokovic have done over the years?
Even Carlos Alcaraz has already completed the Grand Slams. Yeah, she just left to use an Olympic gold in which Novak took from him at the last Olympics. So that's what.
Okay, I didn't say anything.
Which one is late?
No, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Which one is late?
I didn't say anything.
Make the let them win Grand Slam.
I didn't say anything. Sometimes you do some things for older ones.
You do it for other
for the older ones. Yeah, but just go ahead.
See yourself.
I didn't say anything.
all these accusations you'll be doing since we started this show, they will sue you. So for Yannick, I think that win was written in stone. He has now made it 10 straight against Alexander Zverev, and for the first time Zverev took his set from him, and the man was in control during that match. After the first set, they went to a tiebreak. The second set, immediately he broke Zverev. He got into Zverev's head, and this is what we were talking about yesterday, and that was Alexander Zverev having an easy time at the Roland Garros. We're not saying it's a fluke that he goes to the final. He's fantastic. Right. The reason why he's the world number 2 currently, but he had an easy part to the final because he didn't come against either of these 3 men.
All right.
Sinner, Alcaraz, or Djokovic. And I believe if either of these 3 men had met him, either in the finals or en route to the finals, I don't think he would have made it to that stage. Because Zverev is someone that he's cool. When he's cool-headed, he knows how to win games. But when he sees someone that can rile him up, someone that can get to into his head, he just finds it hard to scratch that itch that just keeps disturbing him. And he met that in Yannick Sinner yesterday, and Yannick Sinner just kept on riling him up. And we could see at a point too, he had to smash his racket on the floor, and the frustration just kept building up. And as I just saw the frustration build up and the mass match racket, I knew it was already done and dusted for Yannick Sinner because Yannick had already gotten into his head, and it was done and dusted. Yannick getting back-to-back Grand Slams, and now what's next in the US Open? At first, I didn't believe Yannick was going to get to his stage, especially after his first his first round.
The first round against Mimir Kekmanovic.
Yeah, Kekmanovic, the Seb, and it was kind of sloppy. Even in the previous game, although he won,
he didn't drop any other set again until this point.
No. After that game,
after
he didn't
that
drop,
first round game, he didn't drop any set again until
he didn't drop
this point.
He didn't drop to this point. But I was looking at him, I was looking at Zverev, and I felt okay, maybe Zverev could at least take a set. I didn't think it was going to be as easy as what he had against Novak Djokovic, beating Novak in 3 straight sets, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. I didn't think the same was going to be likewise against Zverev, because Zverev is younger, faster, and you have to say building on momentum from that Roland Garros win. Next to the US Open, and from what I've heard, Carlos is training. He might be back there. Now, as a Yannick fan, I'm like, just wait small.
All right.
Let this season just finish, then come back next season.
What do you think about Linda Noskova? Has she etched her name in gold in history? Can you consider her right now as one of the let's say the top 5s? Because we had the top 5s in the WTA not perform at all at this season's Wimbledon. Do you think that Noskova, with this victory, she should be rising close to being the top 5? She was world number 9.
Yeah.
So with this, she could come as close as world number 6.
For Linda, I don't know about etch your name in history, because I think when it comes to tennis and etch your name in history, you have to do that with longevity, and you have to also do that with titles to speak for yourself. And good or not, she's gotten a Grand Slam. So far so good. We've gotten 3 different Grand Slam winners for the
men and for the women.
For the men and for the women.
The Australian Open was won by Elena Rybakina. Roland Garros was won by Mira Andreeva. And now we have Linda Noskova.
So
where is Arina Sabalenka?
And the thing is, after the Australian Open, Sabalenka won 2 or 3 tours before then.
I think she did the Sunshine doubles. She won Miami.
She did the Sunshine,
she won,
yes.
Indian Wells.
Yes, she did the Sunshine double. So she was still in the face of everyone up to this Wimbledon, and Osaka has tried. I think for the women, we are seeing a shift in power.
All right.
And the top 5. It's almost as if there isn't much difference between them, and when they go to someone that maybe is in the lower half of the top 5 of the top 10, you're looking at people from 6th to 10th. There isn't much difference there.
Right.
And they're able to power them. The men, I think the men is still kind of the same. When the top guys, it may one of them gets to the final, it's already done and dusted. You're looking at that person win, and we'll see. Throughout this last finals, it's been the number 1 to either 1 to 4 getting to the finals for the men. We had Carlos Alcaraz and Djokovic at the Australian Open at the Wimbledon. At Wimbledon, we had at Roland Garros, we had Alexander Zverev and was it Joao Fonseca?
No, Fonseca left early.
It was not Fonseca.
I'll check that, but I know that it was Alexander Zverev and either Taylor Fritz.
I think it was Taylor. I think it was Taylor Fritz. So, now he was world number 3 then, and
Flavio
Koboli. He was world number 3 there, and now we have the world number 1 and world number 2 going head to head. So I think for the men, it's kind of still even. The balance hasn't shifted as much, but I think for the women, especially from last year, we could see that there was kind of a shift. From the last 6 Grand Slams, we've seen Coco Gauff win 1. We've seen Sabalenka take 1 all through last year, just taking 1 Grand Slam as well too. We've seen Madison Keys take. We've seen Elena Rybakina take. So I think for the women, there's a kind of power shift, and it's the woman that can take hold of this power shift and stand on top and dominate the rest. I think she'll be able to etch her name in history for the remainder of the tournament.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can share your thoughts with us about what happened in Wimbledon SW26 over the weekend. Remember, it's for the men, the singles. Yannick Sinner did clinch that one after he defeated world number 2 Alexander Zverev. And for the women, Linda Noskova had the better of her friend Karolina Mukova, winning the women's singles in that particular one. So you can share your thoughts with us. Do you think Yannick Sinner is back? Can he do a double? We always know him to do a double of the slams in every season. Can he do a double, having the US Open as the last one for this particular season? You can share your thoughts with us via the SMS and the WhatsApp portal. It is doubled at 0701 933 9962. For now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk football. Football League, where Nigerian Premier Football League giants Eyimba Football Club have been trending for all the wrong reasons. The club, once celebrated as the powerhouse of Nigerian football, is now facing serious allegations of owing several months of salaries to its players, technical staff, and backroom personnel. Shockingly, some employees are reportedly owed close to a full year's wages, a situation that has left many frustrated and demoralized. This development is particularly disappointing because it stands in stark contrast to the proud legacy Eyimba represents, known as the People's Elephant. But right now, it's not the elephant thing being done here. The club has built its reputation on excellence, resilience, and consistency, winning multiple league titles, CAF Champions League, and producing talents that have gone on to represent Nigeria on the international stage. For a club of Eyimba's stature and history, failing to meet basic financial obligations to its workforce is not just poor administration. It undermines the very symbol of pride, professionalism, and stability the club has always stood for. One question here: what has Nwankwo Kanu done to Eyimba?
Since
it's quite clear that the wrongdoing right now,
the club has not been moving in the right direction.
Where are we pointing? Is it? I know the governor of the state is working pretty well and really hard. We can hear his praises all around the country. So what is wrong with Eyimba at this point? At the point where the governor is working, the last time we had Eyimba with the success, we had the governor working a bit. That was in 2023, 2024, and we saw the ripple effects on Eyimba. Right now, the governor is working, the government is working, that's the owners of the club, and now Eyimba is not working. Who is the problem?
Since Kanu's administration, I think they've just been going up and down. It's kind of they'll be swinging on a pendulum. Sometimes they go right, sometimes they go the wrong way. I think there was even a point in time.
Have they ever gone right?
I think there was a point in time where they secured good deals. They secured deals with clubs outside
the
of Europe.
Is not
and
securing
everything.
deals. What is you secure deals? What do sponsorship deals bring in? Funds,
They
revenue.
bring in funds.
Now you
revenue.
can't pay. So what's the use of the deal?
Since that, I think that was the last time we heard something good about Eyimba. Since then, changing of coaches, chop and change, and not being able to compete for the top 3 position for continental sports in the Nigeria Premier Football League. So it's been it's inspiring downwards since then, and you just have to look at what's his name, at Nwankwo Kanu, and the way he's led the whole administration, led the whole club, and it might be time to make a change. Yes, I know some are looking at, yes, he's a
Ex-international
legend,
but
and
not
everything.
all ex-internationals and legends are good administrators.
Yes,
it's quite
they are
clear.
not good administrators, as we've already seen lots of them. Look at Amunike in the NNL. He's still leading an administration. He's still leading the club. Finidi George too. Well, he has 2 titles to his name. He has a title.
He has a title to his name.
He has a title to his name. But he has already marred that by what he has done with the Super Eagles.
you could say that again at this point. But by the way, still talking about Eyimba, according to reports that we are getting, not really verified, we hear that Naira Marley, Nigeria's entertainer, is set to purchase and become the new owner of Nigerian Premier Football League side Eyimba Football Club with a sum of 420 million naira. I don't know how true it is, but what blows my mind here is that the valuation of Eyimba could be 420 million.
When you actually said 420 million, I was like, isn't this not cheap?
That's what I'm saying. Doesn't mean that the whole Eyimba praises that we have been singing, Eyimba is just worth 420 million.
Isn't this not cheap? I'm like, if he could buy it, any ex-international could buy this.
Obviously, not just exit, just one business tycoon down the road
could just buy and just invest. And I'm not looking at if Eyimba with 9 titles to their name
could be what?
Could be what
420.
for
What's there for Kun Khalifa?
What's there for Kun Khalifa that those ones in the end? Oh, those are the people like 10 million. Caterpillars have already paid their price with all the fines they've paid.
I'm telling you. All right, but it's still yet to be verified as it stands. Just a report flying around there with Eyimba in the mix of that particular one. But that's not all about Nigerian club side football, because over the weekend we had the big one, which is the President's Federation's Cup on both ends for the male and for the female. For the male side, El Kanemi Warriors were crowned champions of the 2026 President's Federation's Cup over the weekend. The Meduguri side lifted the trophy for the fourth time in their history after a 1-0 win over Ikorodu City in Asaba. Four-time champions they are right now in 1991, 1992, 2024, and 2026. El Kanemi Warriors presidential, or called that President's Federation's Cup triumph, means that they will now play in the CAF Confederations Cup for next season. They are in the NNL. They are competing in the NNL and they are going on the continent. A huge one right there. So we've got Nigeria, we've got Ghana, we've got Kenya, we've got Zambia, and we've got Morocco. The five African nations that we will be supporting. I'm smiling because a part of the divide are saying we have 4, but the truth is that we have 5. You know why? Yes, you know why. I'm not going to explain to you. A part of that divide is saying that we have 4 African nations going to the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, while me now I'm saying we have 5. So I don't want you to explain further, but that's how it is. From the male side of things, our Golden Eaglets, Nigeria's Under-17 men, they completed their China tour without a victory. Yeah, they had draws versus China, then after Australia, and then a defeat to Tanzania. So that's how it is as they continue to prepare for the WAFU B tournament that will lead them to the CAF Under-17 AFCON, which will also open the door to a qualification for the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. We have an issue there, and we hope that the new technical crew will be able to ring in the changes that we expect for Nigeria's Golden Eaglets. Let's talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Super Eagles
side is we are seeing some nonsense coach to just come and just waste time and just giving other teams a free pass into the next season. But I think we could also see some good stories. Look at Capo Verde. Look at Norway getting to this stage at this point. Egypt to get into that stage as well. So I think the expanded World Cup, although you see some countries like Paraguay and the rest didn't really.
They've been to the World Cup before.
Yeah, they've been to the World. They've been to the World. They've been to the World Cup before. Kazakhstan. Sorry, let's say
Uzbekistan. You mean
Uzbekistan? Say Kazakhstan. Uzbekistan getting to this stage, and for some, it's a bad thing that why are these kind of countries get into the World Cup? All the stuff should just be given to Africa. But it's a welcome development, and I hope Nigeria makes good use
of it.
All
right, let's leave it there. Ladies and gentlemen, you can react to that particular one. What do you make of it? If the FIFA World Cup is expanded to 64 teams by 2030, are you saying, hooray, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be able to qualify this time when it gets to 64? And if we don't qualify, what would you do? All right, let's still talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We have some transfer stories coming in. The biggest of them all, or the one with the weight when it has to do with engaging talking points, is the move of Akko Adams from Sevilla to Venezia in the Italian Serie A. A lot of persons are saying, Akko Adams, what are you on? What did you take before agreeing to this move? Sevilla to Venezia. I don't know, but try looking. When I tried looking,
so he'll get a starting share there, and if he keeps on doing what he's done, or even tops that at Venezia, right, he could still get a better move to a top European club.
All right, so according to reports, 16 million euros is deal and is done for striker Akko Adams as he moves from Sevilla to Venezia. Venezia sporting director Filippo Antonelli have also confirmed the signing of Super Eagles striker Akko Adams, as he says it's nearing completion with only the final details left before the deal is finalized. Elsewhere, Super Eagles goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali has returned back to South African Premiership. That is the PSL side, Chippa United. 5 months after announcing his departure from the club, the big man in between the sticks for Nigeria has resigned for Chippa United. I don't know where this one is taking him right now, but I think it's better now than never. I think it's better he gets a club than still remain clubless, which he has been for the past 5 to 6 months now.
At this point, when I saw the news yesterday, I was like, a dog back to his vomit. After
Is that the case of a dog back to his vomit?
At this point now,
I think it's a case of the prodigal son going back home.
I think some could say that, but then again, you did have issues with Chippa United, and he's coming back there as well. And I'm actually wondering, could he really have pulled a move to another club, because he did
because
extremely
5 months
well.
is enough to see clubs that will come calling.
Is to see clubs. We've had during that 5 months, we've had people from the NPFL move to big clubs,
not big clubs. Call that European clubs.
European clubs, European clubs, even clubs still in Africa. We have some move to South Africa. We've had some move to Zimbabwe, Africa, Tanzania, and the rest.
Ethiopia,
and the rest. So, and they are paying more.
All right.
So, I don't know what the contract is between him and Chippa United. If it's better deals that he's done, I haven't resigned with them. But you said it's better now that he has a club than before. But now we'll see if he can get back to that fitness, because what is happening in the Super Eagles, especially for the goalkeeping section, is fire there.
All right. We still have other transfer stories that are coming from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. For Kelechi Iheanacho, he's set to sign a new 2-year contract with Scottish Premiership champion Celtic. We also have it here that Sporting Braga have secured the signing of Nigerian defender Adebisi Olamikun from Inter Lagos on a long-term deal. This is MPFL to Europe. Announce it, MPFL directly to Europe. Wolverhampton Wanderers have also rejected an offer from Serie A club Fiorentina for striker Tolu Arokodare, according to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. And Turkish Super League club Trabzonspor also submitted a deal or a bid for Tolu Arokodare right there, but that has now been rejected. We also had it that English Premier League side Brentford have promoted Super Eagles defender Benjamin Frederick to their first team roster in preparation for the 2026-2027 season. Meanwhile, we also have reports here that Super Falcons midfielder Tony Payne has left Everton and she has joined Inter Milan on a 2-year deal. Yes, let's talk about the World Cup right now, and that is the World Cup getting into its semi-final stage.
Yes, goals.
Yeah, it was all about goals over the weekend as the weekend wrapped up the quarterfinal stage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup and confirmed the 4 countries that will now chase for the final ticket. For the quarterfinal stage, we had England defeat Norway by 2-1. So England ended Norway's remarkable tournament run. Jude Bellingham once again controlled the midfield while England showed resilience after Norway threatened through Erling Haaland. England are back in the World Cup semi-final. We believe growing that this could be the final year where it comes home. We've always been hearing it's coming home. On the other side, we had Argentina defeat Switzerland by 3-1. For Argentina, they produced one of their best performances of the tournament. Lionel Messi played another influential role as Argentina overcame a stubborn Swiss side. The RB Celeste booked another semi-final appearance and remain on course to defend their world title. But all of this did not pass without the video assistant referee becoming one of the major talking points as officiating and VAR decisions continue to dominate discussions among fans and pundits, with several contentious reviews throughout the knockout stages, adding to the debate over the technology's influence on the game. For the England-Norway game, we saw where a pull-out from the Norway goalkeeper was said to have struck the camera cables up there and changed the direction of the ball and went straight. I think that was to Jude Bellingham, and from there it led to a goal for England. And FIFA have already released a statement explaining why England's equalizer against Norway was not ruled out after the ball appeared to strike the spider cam for that particular one. Then talking about the video assistant referee, it's quite clear. We saw the one that happened in the game between Argentina and Switzerland. Brel Mbolo Mbolo, I don't know who kicked him, but he felt something kicked him, and he had to take that fall. But he took the fall and fell out of the game with a beautiful red card at the end of it all. But what's your take?
The World Cup quarterfinals, crazy as you said, especially with a lot of controversies and all. The one that really stuck to you is what happened between Argentina and Switzerland. Brele Mbolo, that fall off, and the Swiss coach coming out to still saying that they were playing against Argentina fans, the 70,000 Argentina fans, the VAR and ref, and I'm like,
oh, guy, you don't look up. What's your problem?
Like, you did not see it.
Didn't you see it?
Didn't you see it? It was clear. So I don't really know why you have to come out and make that statement. I know there's sometimes you want to come and protect your players, but I think when you come and protect your players, you protect your players with common sense.
With common sense.
Yeah, and to me, I was just tasting saltiness from the man, just being salty. Then the other controversy, the England-Norway game. I don't know what FIFA have released, the statement they released, but I do know that the rules do state that when there's an interference from an object outside of play, it is retaken by the team that was in possession. So with FIFA and the way they've been changing their rules lately, it has been kind of funny. We saw what happened with Folarin Balogun and the red card.
All right.
So
FIFA said, let me quote FIFA right now from their X handle. They said that before England's goal in minutes 45+2 against Norway, the sensor in the connected ball showed no peak in the heartbeat of the ball when in the air, and therefore no evidence that the ball touched the overhead wire and changed the movement of the ball. So you remember that these balls have sensors. So now they have heartbeats, and nothing of a heartbeat was detected while it was in the air, meaning it didn't strike anything. So FIFA have come out now to clear the air on this particular one. I believe the best way is to give us evidence, factual evidence, to see if there is that heartbeat sensor, show us that there was no heartbeat sensor at that particular point. Then maybe we could believe what happened. But to me, I saw it clearly and it looked like that ball deflected. But we'll just go to the phone line quickly to get the views of the callers. But before that, let me let you know that actions will return tomorrow, and tomorrow being Tuesday, 14 July 2026, by 8 p.m. at the Dallas Stadium in Dallas, Texas, USA. We'll have France take on Spain, and then on Wednesday, 15 July 2026, at the Atlanta Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, USA, we'll have, that's by 8 p.m. also, we'll have England take on Argentina. So for England, call that Argentina this time. For Argentina, they have asked FIFA for the permission to wear their iconic blue away kit in the World Cup semi-final against England. The request will be decided on Tuesday. For Argentina, they famously wore the same away stripe in the 1986 World Cup quarterfinal, where they defeated England in one of football's most historic matches. So they want to do it again at this point. Yeah, you can share your thoughts with us right now via the phone line as it's open. I'll give you the transfer updates before we call it a wrap on the show. But for now, to the phone line we go, 0810-951-0951. Yes, that's the number to call to talk to us right here in the studio. Hello, a very good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show. Can you hear? Oh, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Go on quickly.
Thank you. My name is Barry Digiadom, the radio governor.
Welcome.
The radio governor.
Welcome. Go on quickly.
Yeah, thank God action will return tomorrow.
And
tomorrow's match is Spain versus France, right?
Yes, it is.
It's going to be a cracker. But something is telling me that because this Spain, they've not been playing a fantastic football.
Okay.
All this why they've not been scoring the goals, but something is telling me that they will knock out France.
All right.
Then Then as for England, Argentina.
Okay.
Because of this Tuchel has this luck when it comes to
cup games.
Playing in a cup games. So England will stay through. Then this Akon Adams to
Venezia, yes, it is.
Not be downgrade from Sevilla to Valencia.
It looks like that. It looks like that, but playing time is another consideration.
But he was having the playing time.
He did come from the bench most of the times late last season.
Okay, but Akon Adams he's not a bad player though. He should be not be planning going to a Premier League or not going to Valencia that at the end of the day they'll go relegation. It doesn't make sense. Then they have for one Bali. People are saying that Nakonga make like this, they go return back to Chippa United. So, well, I wish him good luck and
All right.
success in his career.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Thank you so much for your thoughts there, Barry Digiadom. Very good afternoon to you. Welcome to today's Sports Live.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Welcome, Lucky from Abia State. Let's go quickly.
Lucky from Abia State, my brother.
Go on quickly.
So, what Cup won expand to 50, 64?
64 teams.
Yes.
It's in consideration.
If Nigeria qualified, even though we the punch, we have to qualify.
Okay.
Yes. Aqua Adams, my brother. For me, it's a very good goal. Yes, for me.
All right.
Stanley Nwabale is going back to Chipa United in South Africa,
All right.
my brother. I'm not understand though. I'm not understand, my
All right.
brother. Well, good one for him. Thank
Okay.
you, my brother.
Thank you so much, Lucky, for your thoughts there. A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to today's Sports Live.
I greet you people, Chester.
We greet you, Mr. Mike.
So, talking of Aqua Dance, I think it's a good one now. Moving from Valencia to Valencia. I think Valencia last season, they came up.
This is not Valencia. This is Venezia.
Venezia in Italy.
Yes, in Italy.
Okay, the newly promoted team. I think also they did well in their championship. I think they won the championship.
Yes, they did.
So I think it will be a good one for him also.
All right.
Italian league. So I think it will be a good one. Talking of Sina, I think it was a good one for him. I was waiting for him to win the Grand Slam. I think he would have won that one, the last one, if not for that injury.
Yes.
The last one, the
Roland Garros, yeah.
The French Open. I think would have won that one too. Talking of the champion, the World Cup, I think they had a fantastic World Cup. This time around, I know there's nothing like make Argentina go home and away kids. I think England this time around, they are determined to win it. And I think the battle between them and France.
All right.
But I would like France to win the World Cup.
All right.
I think that guy is fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike, for your thoughts there. A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to today's Sports Live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. This should be NS. The Barca fan. Yeah.
Yes.
Amos, the Barcelona legend. Let's go.
Well, FIFA aiming to increase the World Cup team's participation to 4. To me, I will say welcome development.
All right.
See, sincerely speaking, the World Cup has lost its value.
Okay.
It has lost its value because you are now bringing teams like even this one. So many fringe teams coming to participate in the World Cup. When the World Cup means you have to do very well in your continent. Best of the best from Africa, best of the best from South America.
Yeah.
You come to participate, but this one now, you bring in Haiti, you bring in New Zealand.
Uzbekistan,
Uzbekistan. Now you are talking about bringing San Marino that has not scored a goal or has not won a match in their football history. Is that the kind of things you want to be seeing in the World Cup? World Cup is the toughest football tournament in the world. So you have to be very strong to come to the World Cup. So what Infantino is after is just money, more TV right, more TV coverage. That is what he's after, more sponsorship deals and the rest. So to me, it's not a welcome development. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your thoughts there. Amos, the Barca legend. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, I greet you.
Welcome, Kablu Barry.
Yeah. About the man start from the expanding of World Cup.
All right.
You know the battle.
Okay.
Yes. Because be only Europe 9 days for this planet Earth. So at least if they won't add up, make them add up. Make them still give another small thing. Who we know Kid Bed before, see what Kid Bed do for this World Cup. So another small thing, 50 come up, see people go know them. So, but even though they expand them, if you not still do well, you know go 50 qualify. That be the thing. So if Nigeria not do well, if we like make them make 100. If we know they prepare well, we know we still qualify. So that will not be the issue. Then for Stanley Nwabale, thank God that he has got this job back.
All right.
Because that's our Super Eagles go post. The more Wahala see they there, we never play that.
Okay.
Yes, then for Adam going to Italy, it's good. It's good.
All right.
Let him change the environment because I know say if you do well for that Italy, another team will be big team waiting for that Italy 50 buyer.
Okay.
So I wish him good luck.
All right. Thank you so much, Akabulu Barry, for your thoughts there. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, guys.
Welcome, Simon.
Let me start from Maba. And going back to Chipa United.
All right.
For me, I disagree with you. I don't know the reason why. as I heard before, he was the one that terminated the contract. I don't know whether.
He did. He terminated his contract with Chippa United.
Going back there now, they might treat him bad.
All right.
They might be even doing a feel they are welcoming him. At the end of the day, they will, in fact, punish him and wicked him.
All right.
So for me, I don't even know why he terminated that contract without having a concrete agreement with another club. Then for Akadam, another one I think for that is still news. Even if those people they have a new owner, whatever. I thought them to have waited first, man.
All right.
The transfer of the Christian transfer is just he have not even finished. The other clubs can take on. It might not be Sevilla. The other clubs can take on.
All right.
Yes, well, I don't know. I'm not the person that will go and sign for him. Maybe he saw something there before he made that move.
Okay.
So this is what I want to say now.
All right. Thank you so much, Simon, for your thoughts there. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to today's Sports Live.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome, Sele West.
This economy, honestly, when you get the result on Saturday, they were leading 1-0. I was hoping they could do United with even equalizer.
They couldn't.
But that is what it is. You know, this Federation Cup. It don't be big man. Anybody can knock you off. So it's quite unfortunate because I wanted the Kobe United to go to Continental, honestly. People are talking about this Argentina, you know. The way they are going, it looks like they are well prepared psychologically, mentally, and a lot of tricks they are bringing to this World Cup semi-final. Yes, because they are not just going to play this match on the field. Look at the jersey they won to beat England. You know, they were thinking. I want to ask a question. Did they sew it before coming to the World Cup?
If they sewed the jersey.
Yeah, the jersey.
No, you have your home. Yeah, you have your home and away jersey. So they're asking for the away jersey, which is the blue one, that iconic blue jersey that was donned.
Which one FIFA approved for them?
FIFA could approve them being at home while England will be on their away jersey, but they want to be on their away jersey, then England will be on the white. So that's what they're asking for, that
one they wore that day is away, jersey, isn't it?
Yes.
The one they wore to beat England.
Yes, in 1986, away.
Oh, it's away. Oh, it's not home, eh?
Yes, it's away. Their home is a sky blue and a white.
Yeah, I know that jersey very well. Right. I know that. Anyway, it's a kind of inspiration, to inspire them, but Jesse doesn't play football.
Okay.
And it will bring into the pitch. However, it's going to be a very tactical and difficult game. It's not going to be interesting, It's going to be boring.
All right.
But one side will win.
Okay.
Yeah, the one I'm looking at is France, Spain. It's going to be tough.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Sele West, for your thoughts there. Let me take some of the messages that we've got before we leave the studio. This one says, good day, sports crew. Nwankwo Kanu should be a matter of urgent step down and possible arrest. How can you owe people scandalously like that, Mr. Dennis? Thank you so much, Mr. Dennis, for your thoughts there. This one says, is Stephen from Port Harcourt. If FIFA didn't help their boys, Messi country, England will finish their career. Okay. This other one here says, good evening to you all. I am a berry up Jesus from Port Harcourt. Let the truth be told. If the Abia State governor can put more effort on the Imba's issue, I see the people's elephant bouncing back to rule their world. God help us all. Thank you so much for that one. This other one here says, please, how can the hand of God goal scored by Diego Maradona in 19? How was the hand of God goal scored by Diego Maradona in 1986? Yeah, he jumped. Pretended to head the ball and used his hand, and that was it in 1986. This other one here says, good afternoon, guys. In the studio, for me, I would like to see Argentina and France in the final. It will be a thing of joy to see Messi do it again. God's time from Indele. Thank you so much, God's time, for your thoughts right there. Let me take some of the transfer stories that we've got. Pep Guardiola has emerged as a candidate to become the next Italy's manager, or Italian manager, or call that the Italian national team, the manager for that side. For Uruguay, Diego Forlan has been appointed as the new head coach of the Uruguay national football team. Elsewhere, Javi Renard is among the coaches being considered for Senegal's national team as a head coach. We also have Patrick Vieira in that particular one there. Then for the players, Yuri Tielemans to Manchester United. Here we go. Manchester United have activated the 41 million euro release clause for Yuri Tielemans from Aston Villa. For Chelsea, they are accelerating their move for Pep Chavarria, the English club, is finalizing the arrival of the left back to Chelsea. Then we have okay, let's end it here. 1 year ago today, Chelsea won the new face of the FIFA World Cup, making them the world champion. So let's end it with Chelsea here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun and amazing doing this with you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you also for joining us from the various feedback platforms. And thank you to Ovia Wallace for doing this with me. Do remember, we'll be back here tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for Sports Attack and 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. for today's Sports Live.
FM.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
Good evening. Here is the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I'm Queen Chima. The Federal High Court in Abuja has adjourned judgment in the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission's forfeiture suit involving 57 properties linked to former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. Justice Joyce Abdul Malik fixed July 15th for judgment after counsel for both the EFCC and the respondent adopted their final argument. The anti-graft agency seeking the permanent forfeiture of the properties, alleging that they are proceeds of unlawful activities. Lawyers representing Malami are opposing the application and have asked the court to dismiss the suit. The Police Service Commission has dismissed as fake a viral statement claiming that successful Nigerian police force recruits would be posted only to their state of origin under a supposed State Police Act. In a disclaimer signed by the Commission's head of protocol and public relations, Tortin Njoku Kalu, the Commission says the statement circulating on social media did not originate from the PSC. The Commission describes the publication as the handiwork of fraudsters and urges the public to disregard the information, including claims about medical screening dates and recruitment portals. The PSC adds that it recently met with officials of the Nigeria Police Force, the Federal Character Commission, and the Ministry of Police Affairs to review the ongoing police recruitment exercise. Airport taxi drivers have appealed to the federal government to suspend the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria's directive requiring airport cab operators to use 2020 model vehicles and newer. The appeal followed the circulation of a video on social media in which one of the drivers urged President Bola Tinubu and Nigerians to intervene, saying many operators cannot afford to replace their vehicles because of the current economic situation. The driver also alleged that the authority plans to introduce a mobile application for airport taxi operations and appealed for the government's intervention to protect the livelihoods of drivers. The video has sparked mixed reactions on social media, with some Nigerians criticizing the policy as unrealistic, while others argue that airport taxi services should maintain higher vehicle standards to improve passenger experience. On the foreign scene, the European Union has warned Meta to change what it describes as the addictive design of Facebook and Instagram or face heavy financial penalties. The European Commission says features such as endless scrolling, highly personalized content, and automatic video playback expose users especially children and vulnerable adults, to unnecessary risks. The Commission says Meta should introduce measures such as disabling autoplay and infinite scrolling by default, encouraging screen time breaks, and reducing engagement-driven recommendations. Meta says it disagrees with the findings, but will continue discussions with European Union regulators. And that was the news update on Today 95.1 FM. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Queen Chima. Good evening.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk.
Life. The key to having a great one is in the doing. It's in the getting up every day to begin again and again and again, even when things don't go as planned. But you can't stop now, because every step you take counts, even the fun ones when you have the right companion. Because doing gets easier with the FCMB mobile app that is built to do a life with you. The living, the moments, the everyday wins, handled. As for the banking part, that is just the icing on the cake. Do today with the FCMB mobile app, built to do a life with you. And banking too. Download the FCMB mobile app today to open an account in 8 simple steps, make instant transfers, pay bills, and enjoy seamless banking. FCMB, my bank and I.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
All stands, greet.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. You're welcome to Jagbajantis High School. My name is Sam Sultan, your new mathematics teacher. By the way, do you understand Pidgin English? Yes, sir. Okay, now what we go use this for? Okay, carry your pen. Carry your paper. Fem for my class. People of this world, them plenty. Sins of this people, many. So many. Many times plenty, multiplier. Many times plenty, multiplier. Multiply am the answer you get now. Waiting, they make come and they cry. The answer you get now. Waiting, they make rich man they mess and leaders they lie. The answer you get now. Waiting, they make young boys and girls join party. Answer you get now. Waiting, they make innocent man rot inside the jail. Get it, and then agree to grant a bail. Get it, oh. Everybody, oh yeah, join Jamajantis, we solve mathematics, we did about our continent, so Oimbo say, about mass, we go use to solve mathematics, so follow Jamajantis, so ya carry by be for brotherhood. Love your neighbor as yourself, oh, for objectivity. Be objective, D for democracy. Democracy. M for modification. Our behavior, let's stand to the savior. A, accountability. If you've been a chop, hey, I beg you take time easy. S for solidarity. Not every time we fight.
A very beautiful evening to you, and time check is 9 minutes past 4. Welcome to another edition of the platform on radio, the premium talk radio station, Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. I'm Queen Chima. I shall give you insights into some of the news reports making the rounds. The platform on radio is a program where we come to dissect trending issues with correspondent reports. Our correspondents are out there sourcing reports from the field, and on this program we take their reports and have them give us more detail. Perhaps you get to hear what is not entirely in the news. In the headlines, federal government suspends proposed 2027 WAEC NECO registration fee hike. Serap sues INEC over alleged diversion of federal allocations by governors. Leadership expert accuses APC of undermining democratic principles. All right, the Federal Ministry of Education has suspended the proposed 82% hike in registration fees for the 2027 WAEC and NECO examinations, which would have increased the cost from 27,500 naira to 50,000 naira, following widespread public backlash, including criticism from former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the National Association of Nigerian Students (NANS. The ministry withdrew its initial June 18, 2026 directive to allow for wider stakeholder consultations. According to a statement by the ministry spokesperson Burio Wolfolashade, the suspension was directed by the Minister of Education. You are consultations with stakeholders. Is this not what should have been done earlier before this? Is this not what should have been done earlier before this? If there was no backlash, will the government have considered these consultations? Let's get your thoughts. 0810-9510-9514 calls, and then text or WhatsApp messages. You can send that to 0701-9339-962. That call dropped. Dial again and get through to us. Give your reaction to this. Welcome to the platform.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Abe.
All right, Ibi, welcome.
Yeah, the the national education. I don't understand what they are doing. If the education fees are hiked already by the principal. Because if they now come back again to hide it from there to increase it again, then it will be too much on the student and the family. So I am telling them that they should let us go for free education. Nigeria is a big and rich country that they can afford that to give free education to all the students. They are crying. A lot of children are out of school because of money. And they are coming to put more.
All right, then.
On this again. So let it leave it like that. The principal, they are hiding it already. So if they add their own, it will be too heavy.
All right, then. Welcome to the platform.
Yeah, good afternoon, Queen. How are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon.
Cost of things rising in this country. I just want to ask, because I hear some people saying that the government is doing well. And if the government is doing well, is it not an irony that cost of things are rising? It's unfortunate anyway. I think I will not even praise them, because it's like they spoke before they thought. If not for the people's complaint, they now have to suspend it. Most of these people today are people who benefited from free education. They didn't pay a dime. Government took care of them through education, free education, and they benefited. So what is it that Nigerian people are now going to enjoy from government? No subsidy in anywhere. It's just to be rising prices of things anyhow. Fuel, there's no subsidy. Education, electricity. Which one are we going to enjoy that will have a government? Meanwhile, this is a country that is so much blessed.
All right, then.
Recently, they read that the last month Nigeria has produced how many million barrels of this thing they sold as for crude oil. Why are they being so wicked like this?
All right, then.
It's unfortunate anyway.
All right. Welcome to the platform.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I can hear you. What's your name, please?
Yes, Obinna, sir.
Obinna, welcome.
This thing make me, I remember that some people are against Western education, which is these people they are calling Boko Haram. That's the meaning, sir. But if they come and start frustrating people about increasing this, especially this FOIAC and NECO, increasing it, and education is expensive in Nigeria. These people are not listening. most of them benefited from missionary schools. I think something is wrong somewhere. President Bola Tinubu should tell us what is going on. That's why I'm against this Muslim ticket. That is the truth. They should not be in pretend. Yes, they're pretending in this country called Nigeria. They should tell us the truth, what is going, their agenda. Instead of to make more development in education, they are frustrating people. Some rural areas, especially university, they visit their schools. Even government are not doing away. Local and state government, they're excellent. They're not doing enough. So they should account for, especially Minister of Education should come and tell us his agenda. Yes.
All right then. All right. You think it's an agenda thing? I mean, we've seen a number of reforms since this administration took over, especially in the education sector, from curriculum to especially curriculum. We've also seen even some databases reform and all of that. So this is financially targeted. If all of this consultation is done and maybe you're not seeing like an 80% increase, you're seeing maybe 20% or 10%, will that be accommodated? Or there should not be any increase recorded at all? Let's work with what we have been working with, what's existing, or even take it down. Like some of you have said, free education. Let's encourage free education instead. Welcome to the platform.
Hello,
Good evening, welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm John Africa calling from Togo.
All right, welcome.
You are telling us about this President Tinubu government reform. Each of their reforms have benefited, or masses have benefited. All these their reforms since 2023 they come into power. Which one, when me and you, when the masses have benefited? When they are talking about increasing the medical fees in government-owned schools, have they thought about private schools? When most of our 75% of Nigerian children are going. Which amount will they take on their private schools? This government also take 50,000 Nigerian money for YS. We're not talking about university. We're not talking about sort out. Just ordinary school where my children they go now, when they take the exam, they use 1,000 to do one or two things on each exam. Talking about private school.
All right then.
Talking about when government wants to take 50,000 for YS and the NECO. These people have never told us what they want to use Nigeria. And we will pay them.
All right then.
They have already paid.
All right then. Welcome to the platform.
Good morning, Queen. Good evening, Queen. I mean.
Yes, it's fine. Good evening. Welcome. What's your name,
Frank
please?
From West.
Frank, welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad this evening that Minister of Education have listened to Nigeria. What I was even expecting for them is for them to even urge the state government to employ teachers. We have a lack of teachers in our primary and secondary. And if you go to some classroom, you can't enter there. Your child cannot even study there because the environment is not conducive for them to learn. So the issue of increasing the price, they should jettison it completely. This is my submission this evening. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, your submission. Would get to the next story and, of course, get back to this again summarily. I know that there are some messages dropping already on the WhatsApp and text message portal. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has taken the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to court over its alleged failure to investigate claims that some governors diverted federation account allocations for political purposes. SERAP said the suit, filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja, seeks an order compelling INEC to investigate allegations that governors elected on the platform of the All Progressives Congress made contributions from their monthly federation account allocations to support President Bola Tinubu's re-election campaign. Now, according to the organization, the allegations were based on media reports claiming that about 800 billion naira earmarked for campaign activities was misappropriated through deductions from Federation Account Allocation Committee funds. Serap said the court action is intended to ensure transparency and accountability in the management of public funds and to strengthen public confidence in the electoral process. As of the time of this report, INEC has not publicly responded to the lawsuit or the allegations contained in the court ruling. Do you think that anti-corruption and accountability institutions are doing enough to promote transparency in the country? I mean, like Serap and others. Do you think that they are doing enough to promote accountability, promote transparency in the country? Maybe we can even switching the people, right? Are you doing enough to promote transparency and accountability in the country? Are you demanding of your government these conversations around money, disbursement, what is taking what, who is taking what money should go for whatever project, just on top of that we're talking about constituency projects and all of that. Do you think that enough is being done to promote transparency in the country? Should there be stricter laws governing how government funds are spent, especially during election periods? Because close to elections, we begin to talk about funding. Or you hear that this group is donating how many billion or how many million to the president, to so campaign or so political party. And if maybe some of our accountability institutions, or you want to look at the ICPC, the AFCC, may do their questions, or however they come up with their questions and investigations. How about other anti-corruption institutions or agencies? Do you think that they are doing enough to promote accountability and transparency in the country? Should there be stricter laws governing how government funds are spent, especially during election periods? What are your thoughts? 08109510951 for calls for text or WhatsApp messages. 0701-9339-962. Welcome, it's the platform.
Good evening, Queen.
Yes, good evening.
You know, if this kind of thing is coming for Serap, this Serap is a political arm of government. Yes, they don't. I don't like them. I don't like them because there's some things I want them to talk about. They don't talk about it, like this killing, this kidnapping of children. Even the one they saw we have of ammunition in Malami house, they're supposed to question guesses why are they still holding Malami. So the Malami should be calling people that was involved in the ammunition deal. Not this political change. Tomorrow, if they give the money, we'll not hear from them again. So that should go and see that, my sister. Yes, thank you.
So you think they're not doing enough? All right. Yeah. Welcome.
Great, Emma.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, yeah.
We are talking about corruption. Is there no aspect of our national life that don't find corruption anymore? The SERAP, as an organization, has been trying their best to sanitize the Nigerian system because the Nigerian system has been riddled and perverted with a lot of corruption. The governors, is it the news now that governors divert federation accounts into personal use? Sometime during the Obasanjo era, it was reported that some governors immediately receive federation account, their federal allocation. They would get out to the country with their girlfriends, buy them exotic cars, and all whatnot. So it's no news that many governors, especially under the platform of the ruling party, divert. Have you forgotten the Olusegun Presidential Library, where some governors were mandated to pay tax sum of money? From which money? Is it from their pocket or from the state allocation? So for me, we are into a very deep morass, deep mess. And only the determination, doggedness, and readiness of Nigeria will save us, through God, will save us from this morass. If not, we will continue to be meshed into deeper mess and crisis.
All right, then.
Thank you, and God bless.
All right. Let's take this call. We have about 3 minutes before commercial, but welcome to the platform.
Hello, Tom, my sister. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Chimadike. I am talking from Mukuta. My sister, Tom.
Welcome. It's Queen.
At this point in time, she begin to learn how to leave Nigeria alone. Syria has not done no less than more than problem to Nigerians, as in like misleading Nigerians from their facts. If you check from the antecedent of Syria or the antiquity of Syria, they have never won any case against the government, not even local government, in court. Because why? They don't even have facts in what they are saying. They will just come up with something and maybe they will sue, and before you know it, they will not run. Let me say allegedly that the leaders of Syria are actually taking something from the federal government or the state government.
Well, Serap has won quite some cases against the government, right?
Sister,
they have.
The one they win, what you want to do now?
But you said they have never won, and that's why I was. But can you hear me? You said they have never won, so I was correcting that they have.
I know you as somebody.
My name is Queen. It's Queen,
okay,
actually.
Okay, Queen. Now the issue is that after we have finished this one, go and do your research. You will not tell me that out of 90, Serap has just only won 2.
You can say now you're giving something that is more acceptable. They may not have won much more.
They will not lose the matter. So what am I saying in essence is that Serap should not be taken seriously.
All right.
You understand? Because they are actually they are merchandise. You understand? They merchant all these things to have their own money for themselves.
All right.
Federal government and state government in Nigeria, I'm not going to we say to say precisely in federal government, they are doing well. My sister. My name is Chimadike from Umukuta.
All right, Chimadike. But I'm sure you got it because you started by saying they have not won any, and I'm telling you that they have. It may not be as much as the cases that have been put forward in court, but they have won several landmark cases, all right, against the Nigerian government. Welcome to the platform. Welcome.
They are federal government agents.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are not for masses. If not, earlier 2024 or if not 2025, they were looking for 14 trillion from federation accounts. Which
people. So what I'm saying that they should look into this kidnapping, and at the end of the day, they will kidnap again, they will release the kidnapping. We are tired of it. They should do something to it. We are tired, and our home, everybody's tired of this country. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello. Try. Hello, good evening.
Oh, good evening.
Your name and where they call us from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Port Harcourt. My name is Radio Councilor.
It's Radio Councilor.
Yes.
Okay, Radio Councilor. Radio Chancellor, they are put your voice.
Not Chancellor. I'm a Councilor, Radio Councilor, the only Radio Councilor of Nigeria.
Now they talk now, maybe the Pro Chancellor.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Continue.
My brother, you see, you get waiting, they tell blind man, not be able to do it, blind man say, salt no be for soup. The country, they feel that all of us today will not get sense because they have money to play around with. And you see, I found out that in this world, when you get money, other people that have money, they are foolish people. The children they kidnap from school, they are wearing uniform, green or by under green. Now they come back with cloth. Where did they get the cloth? That's what I want to ask. Who sold the cloth for them? Those people that wear white cloth that you know even stain, where did they get the white cloth they wear for their head? They just do like people know in this country now. Anything you just say, oh, Shogbe Tinubu, you are the best. Anybody who just wake up, oh, Shogbe Tinubu, you are the best. They are just deceiving people. They are not deceiving ourselves. Because these children want to see them with the uniform. They are putting their own clothes inside their bag. They put their clothes inside bag before they go there. How they manage change clothes? Now I want to know. Who buy the clothes for them? Who sold the clothes for them? Who tell them? How did they know that Tinubu is the one that made them to come out? Did Tinubu enter bush? Did they see Tinubu at the bush? Or we are all full of eye service? Everybody want to play eye service. Bye-bye, Radio Councilor. I'm tired with this country. Characters.
Radio Councilor.
Before you pick the next call, don't forget, say, Governor Makinde already don't first talking on. Say, in talk, say, one be president by 4 p.m. By 9 a.m. the next morning, 9 then kidnap the children. And say for 7 years when don't be governor, nothing like kidnapping don't happen for that state. You see, say loopholes plenty.
Wow. Hello, good evening.
MC Kura, good evening.
Your name and where they call us from?
I agree to Mary Queen.
Off your radio. Off your radio. Off your radio.
Don't come up for the radio stand.
What's your name?
Fire down.
Your name?
Oh, but I want me to treasure the call.
Put your voice.
I'm MC Kura Mary Queen. I want to say this for now. If they kidnap people, when they come back, then they're happy. When they come kidnap me, kidnap my children, so that I'm going to eat the food to them happy.
No. You shouldn't pray for such an experience. It's not a sweet experience, madam. I beg.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I beg. We know they say me and kidnap you. Not be good one. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, MC Kuro. Good evening, Mary Queen. Good evening.
Evening.
Your name and where they call us from?
My name is Baridi Gandom, the radio governor for Gokana. Nda be kwara Baridi Gandom, the radio governor. They come from ABK.
Okay, put your voice.
Thank you very much, my brothers. Well, my react to this one where federal government don't listen to people, stop the increment of WAEC, follow the cops. Later carry the debris to the way for road, can't demand 15 million naira to release the people where follow the dead body. It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate, honestly speaking. This kidnapping now, don't turn to business. It's not been there like this before, but now, no man thing. Anybody can, dead body, you know, then they can't kidnap people who follow the dead body. I think the government of the day need to sit up, honestly speaking. They need to sit up. Anybody for this country now, they feel kidnap as it stands now, even a governor. They think kidnap a governor. Yes. So the high time the government then sit up, they better because thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening.
MC Kuro and Mary Queen.
Some way they talk like person code the catch. What's happen?
Okay,
sorry. Sorry.
No, sorry, if you tell her.
What do you want my tell her?
No, but you say call the catch.
Call the catch.
I'm not off on our line
now.
Mother mess up, man. No mind that. Continue.
Stop when I they see each other there. One are there for AC. When I no line up, I mean we will come line up to them.
She no agree more align. Me, I did ready now. I get work.
Yeah. Okay.
Put your voice.
The children where they bring out, how they take no these children say to me, but thank you. You see this country where they call Nigeria. What thing they do? Me, I don't see understand. Let them continue. They do what thing they do. Let I tell you, let them no come near my door. Because they think that they do door to door. Because they knock on my door. What thing you want? Don't renew hope until renew waiting. What thing they do? What thing they do? This is where people get. I think the fellows food already don't go up again. What thing they want come ready? What thing they want give me? What thing they want tell me? I beg. I don't get that kind of strength now. So they not how just manage my life.
Your problem now, not even Nigerian problem, a code problem. Voila. Thank you, Madam Esama. I take you some. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, I'm Kura and the Mary Queen.
Still love, how far are you doing?
I'm good though.
Don't give you green light tire.
Put your voice, I still love. Hello, I still love. Waiting to happen there now. You call radio, you call the happen with the shouts there. Waiting be the problem. Yay. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Your name and where you call us from?
I'm a soldier calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay, put your voice.
Only what I want. The government is the listening government. What not this thing I remove where price down? Only this for you.
No, that one no get listening. They ain't listen to that one.
I beg, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, this man
Ezekiel, you
saying.
know they get something where they call testing the waters. So they then throw this price to test the water.
Okay.
So the way Nigerians can react, tell them say no, this water is dirty.
Cha.
I make the suspend them.
Okay. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Your name and where they call us from?
Timothy calling from Imo Gate.
From where?
Imo Gate.
Imo Gate. Okay, put your voice.
Yeah. This issue of suspending the WAEC and NECO fee. You know, since it will be bad market for election, so they go down suspend. Now suspension, you talk about, they know say they don't cancel out. So they go to invest and one time they just like the tax. Remember the tax? Former governor of Rivers State sometimes say after election, don't worry, you will now understand the tax. So that one still there. When the time comes, they go activate that. Let me ask you about the children that came back. When they are with only their school uniform because they didn't prepare, they never knew something of this matter would happen. And they were wearing one clothes for about 50-something days, right? And then that's a park where they were saying it's like it's not bush. It may likely be a very good house because the children when they came out, they were not looking like people who stayed in the bush where rain, mud, and all of that. I don't understand. So, can you tell me a little more about it? That forest? It's like there's a building there where they were, you know.
All these things,
just
well. Imagine, na imagination be this one.
I don't. Yeah, no. When you look at them now, I have been in a company when they kidnap people, and when those people came out, you don't need anybody. You don't even need a prophet to tell you that these people saw hair. If you see their face, if you see their hair, the way the thing grew, look at even their clothes, everything. You will know that they passed through whatever. Not to talk of these little kids. When they came out, you look at them, they were even smiling. What happened to their heads and all of that? It's like they were giving them water to take their bath, wash their uniform, then wear them and all of that.
So what you're saying is that they went on a vacation?
Something like that. I know in those days when we are small in school now, we'll go on an excursion. They will take us to some kind of places, go for tourism. I don't know.
Okay,
it's possible they go and explore nature now. Are you saying they cannot explore nature?
Hey, okay, make I remind you in case you don't forget. If you remember, I get 2 videos where the principal been do. You know, the second one, at least I remember that one where they point her the gun where she they talk say all of them they inside this bush, say mosquito they bite them, rain they fall them, sun they shine them. At least I hear that one. Unless maybe after that time they carry them go another place. So, but for that video, she be even the key mosquito now. You know, see when she they clap hand like this. So
those mosquitoes need to give malaria.
Those children, the children that came by, did they look like people that mosquito was biting?
Partially. Thank you, sir. I beg. Don't do. Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. I'm Sikero.
Your name is Sikero.
Hello?
Good day, you continue.
I'm Sikero, my queen. Good evening.
We greet you back. Good evening. Welcome.
You see those people, they carry AI go send cloth for them. They use AI go send cloth and this thing for them there. So many people don't ask how the cloth to take enter there. So they carry AI and they go send cloth for them there. Now the plan where they plan. So we thank them anyhow where they take bring out the children. We thank God for that. Thank you.
The children, they are alive.
Thank you very much, sir. Hello, good evening. Hello. You network on a flash us. I'll take this one. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Sekuro and Mary Queen.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. Happy New Week.
The same to you.
Your voice.
Sekuro, I want to put my voice about this fee where they don't suspend. I beg make una help us beg Tinubu and in government. Make them look into the problem of Nigeria. Sekuro, I go to fill gas today. I did not understand what I saw. 21,000 naira for 12.5 kg of gas.
21,000. They don't. I say they don't reduce them now.
Today, I'm telling you today, 21,000 naira. Today, I'm not talking of yesterday. This morning.
Okay, this morning.
The fuel is on high side. Now they want to increase school fees. These people, they think good about us. They want us to just die all. Who will they rule now? I don't understand. Maybe as MC Kuro and Mary Queen, as I never marry, I don't know what thing will they see. Make una do marry on herself so that we go now go follow the cry. You don't do. Now bye I beg.
God I beg.
See as stray bullets touch me for real, I did my own.
Yeah. Now marry a woman.
MC Kuro said they find angel from heaven.
I'm looking for my Fulani girl. I'm still looking for my Fulani girl. Hello, good evening.
MC Kuro.
Good evening, sir.
Mary Queen.
Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Debra.
Do.
Brando. Migo.
Yes. My name is Ebi.
Ebi, put your voice.
Yes, it's also the children that they have released. I don't know, but we give glory to God for everything that happened. It's only God that knows. Now come to this Ministry of Education that they want to increase the school fees or exam fee. You know, most of the principal, this money that they are calling is not money they are paying. They are paying more than 50,000 for this exam. Now they want to do it again to bring it up. It will be double. It will be too heavy on the parents. So we are begging them. We don't know what they are doing. No, they should help us. Please, and Sikuro, beg them for us.
Okay. Let me see what I can do now. Thank you very much. Do you have the president's number there?
Yeah.
Okay, now send me the number I want to call. Can I talk with Izik Bajamila? I'm speaking.
No, you
with,
talk to Bayo.
Okay, Bayo
yes.
on Nanuga.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Now let me do that.
Bayo will link you to
quickly.
Femi. Femi will now link you to the
Hello,
president.
Bayo.
Good morning, good evening, and Zikuro.
Good evening. I don't know when I call you Bayo.
You make the man self confused. He said, "Good morning."
And that's my brother.
Ibuere.
Welcome. Good evening.
Yes, Marike, good evening.
Evening.
Concerning this increase of school fees, exam fees, I want to ask, is it here we will know that Nigeria is a sovereign country? Is it here we will know? But when foreign countries want to come inside to help Nigeria, they say we are this thing, sovereign country. That we are sovereign country. So in this place, like, they don't know sovereign country. In this place, in this area, government don't know that we are sovereign country. So look, the way they don't know, it's just like slapping the face of God. When God came to this world, when God created the world, it was darkness. Everywhere, darkness. It was only God inside. And God said, let there be light. And there was light. And he made the world. And created man in his own image. Now, they are slapping God, the face of God. One. And then slapping education. Two.
Thank you, Comrade Dudu. But make I shock you. I will press those. They know they go anywhere. In fact, they don't even pick Shetima as in vice president. With a complain Muslim ticket, will they say you people have not even started?
I really don't know what is going on. It's like these people, they frustrate my call. COC. You and the APC people. I never know anybody about that.
As a COC, don't put allegation for your head.
Whatever you're saying is based on your own personal opinion. I don't know what you're saying. I'm just doing my work.
It have do. Match break.
It have do.
The reversal of WAEC is not reversal. The suspension of WAEC registration fee by federal government is not something I will celebrate. If it is possible, they will tax the air we are breathing, but God passed them. Chijoke, thank you so much for that one. Kura and Queen, I greet you guys. We greet you too. I thank God for the release of the Oyo students and the teachers. Please let government do that principal HIV test here. Waiting happen before handing her over to the husband. Be coming down, oh. Kidnappers are kidnapping both the living and the dead now. Wow. This is what Buhari and APC government brought to Nigerians before going to see Mohammed, his creator, Mr. Newton. Yeah.
And today marks 1 year we Buhari we don't miss. Today marks 1 year we miss a hero.
What?
I don't know why they cough. Is it not a hero?
I talk anything.
Is it not a hero?
I see as Aisha fine. Aisha was looking very beautiful.
Yes, that's why I say a hero. Nigeria missed a hero.
Okay, no problem. Nigerians, sorry for missing your hero. Good evening to you all. I am a very up Jesus from Port Harcourt. Let the truth be told. The best thing is that let federal government reduce the price of WAEC, NECO, and JAM fees. It will encourage and improve our education sector. Instead of increasing it, imagine a man that have 3 children writing the exam at the same time. After the man have paid for the fees, TP, and signing papers, a lot would have gone out of the man. God help us all. All right, put your name, we'll give you. Okay, you say Berry of Jesus. Okay, thank you, Berry. Sikura and Mary Queen, trust the children, no secret for children. They will tell the whole thing, where they were kept, how they were taken care of to their parents soon as they unite with their parents, and then Nigerians will hear the truth. Okay, if you say so. Good evening, MC and MQ. Please, to me, all things are just signs of a failed government. This government knew that they have failed. Although we Nigerians will express our feelings towards this government through our PVCs come 2027. Eyinda from Egbeda. You can't talk another one. Say, good evening, my people in the studio. This government is just doing us. The more we look, the less we see. But will help us to shock them through our vote come 2027. Dede from Egbe Magdede. Thank you so much. All right, my Facebook people know they left out. I'm going to take Facebook. Amity Prince, you talk say article is correct. This matter no clear a lot of us, okay? And then Anthony talk say even dead body no fit rest in peace for this country. Now wow. Now wow for African people. Bim 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 bim. Mr. We have to go.
Okay, so
thank you, my darling people. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow by 5 p.m. And if you never marry, drink tea. There's hot tea. There's something called tea. What I go? Drink tea.
What about if you don't drink tea?
Cover blanket.
What about if you don't cover blanket?
Take kai.
Jesus. What a beg go. What a beg go.
In real estate, it's not just about buying land or houses.
It's about buying rights.
At Odibola Properties Limited, we don't just sell land or houses.
We deliver verified properties with the right roots of title.
Because the strength of every property is the root of title, not noise, not unverified claims.
Built on integrity, backed by proven track record.
Odibola Properties, your investment is safe with us. Visit us today at Nyawale Inserim Layout, Tombia Extension, GRA Phase 2 Port Harcourt, or visit our website www.odibolaproperties.com or call 081-551-67904 or 070-655-69887.
Odibola Properties.
Our word is our bond.
Looking to grow your business?
Ready to elevate your brand and reach the right audience? This is your moment to take your brand to the next level with Today 95.1 FM.
Your trusted voice, reaching thousands of listeners every single day.
From startups to established brands, we create powerful advertising solutions that boost your visibility and drive real growth.
Our affordable advertising packages are designed to give your business maximum visibility and real results.
Don't just advertise where people are listening.
Call us today on 0818-389-2850 or visit our station to book your slot now at Today FM Drive off East West Road, Obiako.
Today FM 95.1.
Your voice, your market, your success.
Talk radio.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today